Deep beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean, a sound known as the bloop sent ripples of intrigue throughout the scientific community when it was first detected in the late 1990s. This mysterious noise was captured by hydrophones, instruments designed to listen to underwater sounds. To be precise, the bloop was an ultra-low frequency sound, with a frequency range between 10 Hz and 50 Hz, which is lower than the range of human hearing, making it an enigmatic phenomenon even more fascinating. Picture this. You are sitting quietly, the only sounds around you being the gentle lapping of waves against a boat. Suddenly, the silence is pierced by a deep, rumbling noise, reverberating through water like the distant roar of a giant creature. That is essentially what researchers experienced when they analyzed the recordings of the bloop. The sound itself was not just a single note, but rather a series of complex, elongated waves that seemed to ebb and flow with the movements of the ocean. For scientists, the bloop was a tantalizing puzzle. It sparked a myriad of theories about its origin. One idea was that it could be the call of a gigantic, unknown creature lurking in the depths of the ocean. After all, the ocean is largely unexplored, and these watery realms are home to species that even the most seasoned marine biologists have yet to discover. From the colossal squid to enormous whale species, the possibilities of what could be hiding beneath the waves are thrilling. However, another more plausible explanation surfaced, one that brought researchers back to the practical realities of nature. The bloop's origin was eventually attributed to icebergs breaking apart in the Antarctic region. When colossal ice formations calve and splinter into the ocean, they send shockwaves through the water that can create sounds akin to thunder. These interactions between ice and ocean perfectly match the qualities of the bloop, leading scientists to conclude that it was more a natural phenomenon than an indication of a giant sea creature. Understanding the origins of the bloop highlights the power of sound in the aquatic world. Underwater acoustics is a fascinating field that continues to yield surprising insights into marine life and the environment. Many creatures in the ocean communicate using sound, such as the haunting songs of humpback whales or the clicking of dolphins. These sounds travel through water much more effectively than they do through air, allowing for communication over vast distances. The study of these sounds can provide essential clues about their behaviors, migrations, and social structures. Yet, as much as scientists sought to unravel the mystery of the bloop, it serves as a reminder of how much we have yet to learn about our planet's oceans. The vastness of these underwater landscapes is punctuated with canyons deeper than the Grand Canyon and mountains taller than the peaks of the Himalayas, cloaked in darkness and silence. We have explored only a tiny fraction of what lies beneath the waves, leading to countless questions about both familiar and unknown aspects of marine life. Beyond the scientific aspect, the story of the bloop weaves itself into the threads of popular culture, inspiring tales and theories of sea monsters and unexplained oceanic phenomena. How many stories have been shared around cozy fires or whispered under the starry night sky, imagining the great leviathans that might silence the seas with their songs. Folklore and science often entwine when it comes to the ocean, creating a tapestry rich with imagination and wonder. The excitement surrounding the bloop continues to resonate. Each time a new sound is detected in the ocean, scientists beyond measure await the results, hoping for a glimpse into life hidden amidst the waves. The ocean remains a realm of enigmas, as natural sounds resonate in ways that often defy our understanding. As research continues, so does curiosity, unveiling not just the mysteries of sounds like the bloop, but also the wondrous interplay of ecosystems thriving in the seemingly desolate depths. So next time the ocean calls out with its whispers and roars, take a moment to consider the secrets it hides within. From the smallest organisms at the depths of the Mariana Trench to the mighty whales breaching the surface, each sound tells a story waiting to be heard. The bloop may have been a singular event, but it represents a broader narrative about our oceans, full of mysteries and marvels that still captivate the human imagination. Explore these realms through the lens of curiosity, as every dip beneath the waves can reveal something new, something wondrous, just waiting to be discovered. The Voynich Manuscript is one of the most enigmatic books in history, capturing the curiosity of scholars, cryptographers, and amateur detectives alike. Discovered in the early 20th century, this mysterious volume is believed to have originated in the early 15th century, making it over 600 years old. However, what distinguishes the Voynich Manuscript from countless other historical texts is not just its age, but the peculiar combination of undeciphered writing and strange illustrations that fill its pages. At first glance, the manuscript appears to be a beautiful collection of botanical illustrations, celestial diagrams, and intricate drawings. There are illustrations of plants that do not exist in any known taxonomy, leading some to speculate that they originate from an entirely different world, or even a different state of consciousness. Even the colors and styles used in the botanical illustrations are otherworldly. They are vibrant, yet oddly unplaceable. This has sparked a flurry of theories about the nature of the text and the illustrations. Was the creator a botanist, an artist, or perhaps a visionary with a unique interpretation of reality? The script used in the Voynich manuscript is another layer of mystery. It consists of hundreds of unique characters, forming an alphabet that has never been conclusively deciphered. Some linguists believe it may be a form of code, or even a constructed language, while others argue that it could be a clever hoax designed to perplex future generations. Modern attempts to decode the text have yielded little success, contributing to its allure. Even today, with advancements in cryptography and computer analysis, scholars struggle to understand what the manuscript is trying to convey. One popular theory is that the Voynich manuscript serves as a herbal or pharmacological text, possibly intended for medicinal use. Certain sections of the manuscript contain illustrations of plants, alongside enigmatic diagrams that some interpretation suggests are related to astrological or alchemical practices. This has led to speculation that the manuscript might represent the collected knowledge of a healer or a wise person, documenting herbal remedies that have been lost to time. Another fascinating aspect of the Voynich manuscript is its use of zodiac symbols and celestial diagrams. One section includes diagrams that resemble astrological charts, complete with stars and astrological symbols. Some even suggest that this could be a guide to understanding the stars and how they influence human life. Whether this is true or simply artistic embellishment remains an open question that adds to the intrigue of the manuscript. Throughout history, various individuals and organizations have claimed to have solved the mystery of the Voynich manuscript, only to be scrutinized and ultimately dismissed by mainstream scholarship. The manuscript has a way of confounding even the most astute minds, leading to a mixture of excitement and frustration. Cryptographers have approached the text with fervor, attempting to apply advanced linguistic analysis and computational methods to crack its code, yet none have fully succeeded. Interestingly, the manuscript has found a home at Yale University, where it is kept in the Voynich Rare Book and Manuscript Library. This has provided researchers access to study the manuscript in this remarkable setting, allowing for collaborative efforts to decipher its secrets. The manuscript has been digitized, making it more accessible to curious minds across the globe. Online platforms now house virtual copies, allowing a worldwide audience to gaze upon its pages and form their own theories. Moreover, the shadowy history of the Voynich manuscript only amplifies its mystique. Some believe it was named after Wilfrid Voynich, a rare book dealer who bought it in 1912, but its origins prior to that remain largely a mystery. Speculations about its provenance range from theories involving medieval monks to ideas that it was created for an aristocratic patron. Notably, its existence raises questions about how knowledge was preserved in a time when the printing press had not yet been invented, and manuscripts were painstakingly hand-copied. The manuscript has left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring books, documentaries, and countless discussions on forums and social media platforms. Writers have woven tales that merge fiction with the essence of its mystery, while Eurocentric academic discussions have often overlooked the potential knowledge embedded in other cultures. As a result, readers are drawn into a world of possibilities, ranging from the historical to the fantastical. In a way, the mystique of the Voynich manuscript serves as a mirror to our own curiosity. It beckons us to seek understanding beyond the words, urging us to consider the many ways in which knowledge can be obscured or transformed. The allure of the undecipherable compels us to envision a treasure trove of wisdom that remains just out of reach. Beyond the surface of ink and paper lies the legacy of humans who dared to question, explore, and document their thoughts in a visual and narrative language that transcends time. As we ponder the significance of the Voynich manuscript, it's a reminder that the world is filled with unsolved riddles. Each page still holds a key that could unlock the secrets of its creation, purpose, and meaning, waiting for the right set of eyes to unveil the stories it contains. In doing so, the study of the manuscript continues to be an intersection of many disciplines: history, art, linguistics, and the sciences. It fosters a dialogue about the nature of knowledge, the quest for understanding, and the everlasting human pursuit of connection with the past. As we embrace these mysteries, we keep the spirit of curiosity alive, reminding ourselves that sometimes the beauty lies not just in the revelations, but in the questions that remain. In 1977, one of the most intriguing events in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence occurred when a strong, narrowband radio signal was detected by Dr. Jerry R. Ehman while he was working on a SETI project at Ohio State University. This event has since become known as the WOW signal, a name that originated from the handwritten note that Ehman scribbled in red ink on the printout, "Wow." The phenomenon captured the imagination of scientists and enthusiasts alike as it raised questions about the existence of life beyond Earth. To understand the significance of the WOW signal, we must first consider the context of the project that led to its discovery. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, is an exploratory scientific endeavor aimed at detecting signals from intelligent civilizations that may exist elsewhere in the universe. By monitoring radio waves, SETI researchers look for signals that differ from the background noise of cosmic radiation and natural sources. On August 15, 1977, the Big Ear radio telescope was scanning the skies when it picked up a peculiar signal coming from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. The signal lasted for a full 72 seconds, an unusually long duration for a radio burst. What made it remarkable was its characteristics. It was a narrow-band radio signal, which is a hallmark of artificial signals, as most natural sources produce wideband radiation. When Ehman analyzed the data, he noticed several unusual features. The signal's frequency was around 1,420 MHz, which corresponds to the hydrogen line, a frequency that astronomers consider a universal marker for the presence of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. This makes it a logical frequency for extraterrestrial communication, as any advanced civilization might choose to transmit in a way that resonates with other intelligent beings. The WOW signal was strong and distinct, so much so that it stood out from the usual background noise. Ehman's excitement was palpable when he discovered this peculiar signal, leading him to highlight it with the affectionate notation. There was a surge of excitement in the scientific community, as this seemed to be an indication of contact with another civilization. Despite the enthusiasm, the mystery deepened as attempts to redetect the signal in subsequent years proved futile. Observations were made with updated equipment, and various studies attempted to locate the same frequency, but nothing came through. This led to an array of theories to explain the strange radio wave. Some scientists suggested that it could have originated from a natural source, such as a comet or a distant star. Others believed it might have been a transmission from an intelligent being or civilization. The enigma of the WOW signal sparked a resurgence of interest in the search for extraterrestrial life. It fed into speculative theories about the vastness of the cosmos and the possibility of other worlds harboring intelligent beings. Scientists began to ponder, if the universe is teeming with planets, how likely is it that we are the only intelligent life forms? With over 100 billion galaxies and countless stars and planets, the sheer scale of the universe invites the imagination to wander. Several studies followed the initial discovery. Researchers scrutinized historical data, trying to find any similar signals recorded by other instruments. In 2012, more than 3 decades after its detection, the WOW signal was still a central topic at conferences discussing the potential for extraterrestrial communication. In popular culture, the WOW signal has become a symbol of humanity's enduring curiosity and desire to explore the unknown. It delves into our fascination with the cosmos and prompts us to look beyond our own planet and ponder the existence of life elsewhere. Movies, books, and documentaries have been created around this theme, each further enriching the narrative of our interstellar quest for answers. As the years passed, the investigation into the WOW signal and the search for extraterrestrial intelligence continued to evolve. New technologies and methods emerged, utilizing advancements in artificial intelligence, data analysis, and radio astronomy. Each new scientific endeavor built upon the foundations laid by the scrutiny of the WOW signal, further propelling humanity's quest to understand the universe. Philosophically, the WOW signal remains deeply significant. It challenges the way we think about our place in the universe. Are we isolated in our experience? Or are we part of a larger tapestry of intelligent life? It encourages us to think about the implications of making contact with another civilization, how it would change our understanding of ourselves and our history. Moreover, the story of the WOW signal serves as a reminder of the wonders that await us in the universe, fueling not only scientific pursuits, but also a sense of wonder and curiosity. It invites us to look up at the stars and to marvel at the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our planet. No matter how far we reach into the cosmos, the intrigue surrounding the wow signal continues to remind us that the search for knowledge is one of humanity's most enduring traits, driving us to explore, to question, and to dream of the unknown. While the wow signal has remained unreplicated and its source unidentified, it stands as a beacon of hope in the quest to connect with potential alien civilizations. Each time we scan the heavens, there remains the possibility that we are not alone. The universe, profound in its mystery, has many stories to tell, and the wow signal is just one chapter in an ever-expanding narrative that captivates both scientists and dreamers alike. The search continues, fueled by curiosity and the collective desire to uncover the secrets of the cosmos. Imagine a vast, mysterious ocean that covers most of the Earth's surface. Even though we can see and experience the water, vast parts of it remain hidden beneath the surface. In many ways, this analogy helps us understand the enigmatic concept of dark matter, an unseen substance that scientists believe makes up about 27% of the universe's total mass. First discovered in the early 20th century, dark matter remains one of the most intriguing puzzles in modern astrophysics. Unlike ordinary matter, which we encounter daily in the form of atoms, molecules, and even living beings, dark matter does not interact with electromagnetic forces. This means it neither emits visible light nor absorbs it. As a result, it remains invisible and undetectable by conventional means. So how do scientists know dark matter exists if they can't see it? The clues come from various cosmic phenomena. One of the first significant pieces of evidence came from observing the motion of galaxies. Astronomer Fritz Zwicky, in the 1930s, studied the Coma cluster of galaxies. He noticed that the galaxies within this cluster were moving much faster than would be expected based solely on the visible mass of the galaxies. He hypothesized that there must be some unseen mass exerting gravitational pull. Therefore, he put forward the concept of dark matter. Let's take a stroll into the universe and explore some more examples of dark matter in action. Consider the phenomenon of gravitational lensing. When light from distant stars or galaxies travels through the universe, it may pass near a massive object, like a galaxy cluster. The gravity of that cluster bends the light, creating a lensing effect. This bending can allow astronomers to see distorted images of distant objects. When they measure the amount of bending, they can estimate the mass of the foreground object, revealing a hidden mass that is not visible through telescopes. The additional mass that does not emit light is attributed to dark matter. Now, visualize the universe as a vast web. The laws of gravity dictate that this web stretches across space, connecting galaxies and clusters in a cosmic dance. Dark matter plays a pivotal role in this structure. It acts as a glue, holding galaxies together and influencing their formation and evolution. Without dark matter, galaxies would not have formed as we know them today. The stars and planets we see are just the tip of the cosmic iceberg. Astrophysicists have developed computer simulations to study how dark matter influences galaxy formation. These simulations reveal that in the early universe, small fluctuations in matter density allowed dark matter to accumulate and create gravitational wells. Ordinary matter, attracted to these wells, eventually clumped together to form stars and galaxies. The result is the rich and diverse universe we observe today. But what exactly is dark matter made of? This question is at the heart of ongoing research. While many theories have been proposed, one of the leading candidates is known as weakly interacting massive particles, or WIMPs. These particles are thought to be heavy and interact only through gravitation and weak nuclear force, making them incredibly difficult to detect. Another intriguing candidate is axions, light particles that may solve some of the mysteries in particle physics. Scientists are also exploring the possibility that dark matter could be composed of primordial black holes formed in the early universe. Although dark matter has long remained elusive, researchers are devising ingenious methods to hunt for it, from particle detectors located deep underground to synchrotrons that accelerate particles to extreme speeds. Yet, despite these strides, we still have not directly detected dark matter. This absence of direct evidence adds to the enigma. Some physicists suggest that the theories underlying dark matter could be flawed. Alternatives, such as modified gravity theories, propose different explanations for celestial observations without invoking dark matter. This intellectual battle continues to fuel scientific inquiry and debate. The quest to understand dark matter is more than a mere academic pursuit. Grasping this mysterious component of the universe has profound implications for our understanding of cosmology and the very nature of existence. Imagine a universe where the laws of physics could be entirely different if dark matter didn't exist. How would stars form? What would the structure of galaxies look like? As we look deeper into space and push the boundaries of modern physics, every discovery brings us one step closer to unlocking this cosmic puzzle. Researchers use groundbreaking technologies to survey the universe, collecting data about the cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang, and the large-scale structure of the universe to unravel the secrets that dark matter holds. While dark matter might remain hidden, its influence is felt across billions of light years and through the vast expanses of cosmic time. Every moment and every breath we take in this universe is a testament to the intricate dance between what we can see and what we cannot. In this vast tapestry of existence, dark matter continues to captivate the imagination of scientists, educators, and thinkers alike, inspiring generations to delve deeper into the unknown. As we marvel at the ever-changing cosmos, it's worth pondering the mysteries that exist beyond our understanding. Perhaps one day, the enigma of dark matter will be resolved. Until then, our curiosity drives us forward, fostering a sense of wonder and exploration in this beautiful, mysterious universe. Each question leads to more questions, propelling us into an exciting future of discovery. The Kryptos sculpture stands proudly in the courtyard of the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, and it is a remarkable work of art that captivates not only the visitors who pass by, but also cryptographers and puzzle enthusiasts around the world. Created by artist Jim Sanborn, this intriguing piece has become a symbol of mystery, as it encapsulates a coded message that has defied complete deciphering since its installation in 1990. The sculpture itself is an impressive structure, standing about 12 feet high and made of various copper and granite components. Its surface is adorned with elegant swirling letters and numbers that form an encrypted message. From a distance, it may appear as an abstract form, but up close, the combination of art and code draws the viewer into a deeper engagement. It invites a sense of curiosity, challenging anyone who takes the time to examine it to unlock its hidden secrets. Kryptos is unique not just because of its artistic appeal, but because of the intricate layers it conceals. The sculpture features 4 distinct sections of text, 3 of which have been completely decoded, while the 4th remains shrouded in enigma. The first 3 sections reveal a message that speaks to the theme of reality and truth, combining references to the CIA's mission with philosophical musings about knowledge and perception. They reflect the complicated nature of intelligence work, where clarity is often obscured by layers of information and interpretation. The cryptographic challenge of Kryptos lies particularly in the 4th section, which consists of 97 characters. This part of the sculpture has puzzled amateur and professional cryptographers alike for over 3 decades. Despite numerous attempts, this segment has proven to be exceptionally resistant to decryption, sparking various theories and igniting vibrant discussions in the cryptographic community. Many factors contribute to its complexity and the reasons why it continues to elude complete understanding. One of the reasons Kryptos garners such intrigue is the historical context surrounding it. The sculpture was completed during a period of heightened interest in codes and encryption, aligning with the increasing role of technology in diplomacy and intelligence reporting. As society has advanced, many have become enamored with cryptography as not just a tool for secrecy, but as a form of art. This intersection of creativity and intellect, represented by Kryptos, highlights the significance of problem-solving in a world where information is power. Many amateur codebreakers have dedicated time and effort to decode the sculpture's final segment, and numerous solutions have been proposed over the years. Some enthusiasts suggest that the remaining code could be a famous quote or a significant historical reference, pointing towards its nature as a puzzle meant to be solved rather than a message meant to remain hidden. This aspect has created an engaging challenge and propelled conversations around the artwork across various platforms, including online forums, universities, and cryptography workshops. Moreover, the allure of Kryptos is amplified by the fact that Jim Sanborn, the creator, has periodically released hints about the code, further fueling speculation and curiosity. These clues have added another layer to the ongoing narrative. The idea that a solution might exist just within reach, but remains undiscovered, has become a theme echoed throughout popular culture, leading to a fascination that has extended beyond cryptographers into the realm of art lovers and casual observers. The interplay between art and code exemplified by Kryptos urges us to consider the broader implications of cryptography in our digital age. In a world increasingly filled with encrypted messages, secure communications, and mysteries hidden in plain sight, the fascination with such a sculpture becomes even more relevant. It invites viewers to not only appreciate its beauty as a piece of art, but also to engage their minds in the challenge of uncovering complex meanings. As you explore the story of Kryptos, consider the broader impact of codes and secrets in our lives. How often do we encounter messages that are not what they seem, or that convey deeper meanings beneath their surface? In an age defined by information overload, the ability to discern patterns, recognize hidden messages, and think critically about the content we consume has never been more crucial. Kryptos remains not only a testament to artistry, but also an embodiment of the human quest for knowledge and the desire to solve mysteries. Its presence at the CIA headquarters represents a confluence of creativity and intelligence that inspires people to think differently, pushing the boundaries of their understanding and inviting them to partake in a shared journey toward discovery. In conclusion, the Kryptos sculpture stands as a compelling invitation to unravel a mystery that continues to pique curiosity and ignite intellectual exploration. Whether one is an experienced cryptographer or an interested bystander, the allure of codes and the challenge of breaking them strikes a universal chord. As we ponder the messages hidden within its elegant curves, perhaps we can also reflect upon our own quests for knowledge and the secrets we may encounter along the way. Ultimately, Kryptos is more than just a coded message. It is a celebration of human curiosity, creativity, and the ongoing pursuit of truth in a world filled with enigmas. In the early hours of June 30th, 1908, a mysterious event unfolded over the remote and desolate region of Siberia, an event that has since captured the imagination of scientists, researchers, and curious minds around the world. Known as the Tunguska event, this incident involved a massive explosion that obliterated approximately 2,000 square kilometers of forest, yet astonishingly left no discernible crater behind. The sheer scale of the explosion and the circumstances surrounding it have led to myriad theories and speculations over the years. Witnesses reported seeing a fireball streaking across the sky, followed by a violent shockwave that reverberated through the vast taiga forest of Siberia. This spectacular display was followed by a thunderous explosion. Some reports described it as resembling the sound of artillery fire, while others likened it to 1,000 tons of dynamite going off at once. The force of this explosion flattened an estimated 80 million trees, scattering them across the landscape like matchsticks. The aftermath revealed a surreal scene where tree trunks were burned and reduced to stumps, but remarkably, not a single crater remained. As scientists studied the event, they considered various explanations for this cataclysmic occurrence. One leading theory suggests that a meteor or comet entered the Earth's atmosphere, exploding in midair before it could reach the ground. This hypothesis is bolstered by the fact that the energy released during the explosion is estimated to have been equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT, a force that could easily devastate an area without creating a traditional impact crater. The absence of a crater supports the idea that the object disintegrated high above the ground, showering fragments instead of crashing to Earth. Despite this theory, the Tunguska event remains shrouded in uncertainty. In the years that followed, various expeditions were launched to gather data and evidence about what had transpired that fateful morning. Researchers found scorched trees standing in peculiar patterns, indicating that the blast had originated from above. Additionally, soil samples taken from the area revealed traces of unusual elements, suggesting that an extraterrestrial object might indeed have been responsible for the explosion. The remoteness of the region has also played a role in the mystery. The Tunguska event occurred in a sparsely populated area, meaning that eyewitness accounts were limited, and gathering concrete material evidence was challenging. It was not until 1927, nearly 2 decades after the explosion, that the first major expedition led by the Soviet scientist Leonid Kulik set out to study the site. Kulik and his team returned with samples and data that continued to fuel the mystery. Over the years, other theories have emerged as well, adding to the intrigue surrounding the Tunguska event. Some suggested that it could have been the result of volcanic activity or even an underground gas explosion. Others speculated about more unconventional possibilities, including a small black hole appearing and releasing energy, or even advanced technology from an ancient civilization. These theories, while captivating, have not been substantiated by evidence. Pop culture has also played a role in the legacy of the Tunguska event. It has inspired countless stories, books, and documentaries, weaving its way into the fabric of folklore. Artists, writers, and filmmakers have drawn on the mystique of the event, using it as a backdrop for fictional narratives about extraterrestrial encounters or time travel. In recent years, advancements in technology have allowed for more detailed examinations of the Tunguska event. Satellite imagery and modern computational models have provided insights into the blast and its effects on the environment. Studies have demonstrated how the event would have caused significant atmospheric disturbances, possibly affecting weather patterns in regions far away from Siberia. The legacy of the Tunguska event continues to resonate, challenging our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Furthermore, scientists have utilized the Tunguska event as a case study for understanding the potential threats posed by near-Earth objects. As we continue to explore space, we become more aware of the hazards that comets and asteroids can pose to our planet. The lessons learned from Tunguska have spurred discussions on planetary defense and the importance of observing and tracking these celestial bodies, as we strive to ensure the safety of our world. In essence, the Tunguska event remains one of the most famous and enigmatic occurrences in modern history. The combination of a massive explosion, the absence of a crater, and the baffling theories surrounding it make it a captivating subject for both scientists and enthusiasts alike. While the definitive cause of the explosion may never be fully understood, it serves as a reminder of the wonders and mysteries that our universe holds, and how much more there is to learn about the forces that shape our planet. The shadows of the towering trees that once stood strong in Siberia, now lying flat, tell a story of nature's power, and a cosmic event that still intrigues and inspires our quest for knowledge. The Antikythera mechanism is an extraordinary artifact that has captivated historians, scientists, and enthusiasts alike for decades. Discovered in 1901 among the remnants of a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera, this ancient device is thought to date back to around 150 to 100 BCE. While at first glance it might resemble a simple collection of corroded bronze gears, it is anything but simple. This mechanism is often regarded as the world's first analog computer, showcasing an impressive understanding of astronomy and mechanics that was far ahead of its time. One of the remarkable aspects of the Antikythera mechanism is its complexity. Researchers have determined that the device was made up of at least 30 distinct gears, each precisely cut and interlocked to create a sophisticated system capable of tracking celestial bodies. The main purpose of the mechanism was to predict astronomical positions in eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. This would have been vital for ancient societies that relied heavily on the cycles of the moon and sun for agricultural and religious activities. While its function seems clear, the precise methods of its construction remain shrouded in mystery. The craftsmanship displayed in the Antikythera mechanism is indicative of advanced engineering skills and metallurgy that were likely developed during the Hellenistic period. This leads to questions about the tools and techniques available to ancient Greek artisans. Some theories suggest that the knowledge required to create such a complex device could have been influenced by earlier Babylonian astronomy, but the extent of this influence is still debated among scholars. As researchers have delved deeper into the mechanism, more details have emerged about its capabilities. It is believed to have featured a dial that displayed the phases of the moon and a calendar that identified important dates, including Olympic Games and other significant events. The alignment of the gears was also engineered in such a way that it could simulate the irregularities in the lunar cycle. This level of sophistication suggests that the ancient Greeks possessed a keen understanding of not only mathematics, but also the cosmos. In more recent years, advancements in imaging technologies, such as X-ray computed tomography and 3D scanning, have allowed researchers to explore the intricacies of the mechanism without causing further damage to the fragile artifact. These technologies have revealed inscriptions on the surfaces of the mechanism that provide insight into its function. Many of these inscriptions are fragments of ancient Greek text, and they contribute to a growing understanding of how the mechanism was intended to be used. Despite significant progress in uncovering its mysteries, many questions remain. For instance, how widespread was the knowledge required to create such a device? Was it common for the ancient Greeks to construct devices of similar complexity? This leads to broader inquiries about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. The Antikythera mechanism challenges the narrative that technological advancement during antiquity was linear and gradual. Instead, it highlights periods of rapid innovation that may have existed in isolated pockets. The discovery of the Antikythera mechanism has sparked interest in similar ancient artifacts. For instance, scholars have examined other technologies from the same era, seeking to understand if they also demonstrate advanced mechanical principles. The analysis of artifacts combined with literary texts from ancient sources offers a more cohesive picture of technological capability in the ancient world. In some ways, the Antikythera mechanism can be seen as an enigmatic artifact that bridges the gap between science and mythology. Its existence suggests that ancient cultures were not only observers of the stars, but also creators of devices that modeled their understanding of the universe. This remarkable fusion of art, science, and philosophy symbolizes the spirit of inquiry that has always been at the heart of human progress. As the excavation of ancient shipwrecks continues, and new technologies allow for deeper investigation, it is possible that further discoveries will reveal more about the Antikythera mechanism and its technology. Each find holds the potential to add more layers to our understanding of ancient Greek society, its scientists, and the complex interplay of knowledge that existed during that time. The allure of the Antikythera mechanism lies not only in its mechanical marvel, but also in the questions it raises about human ingenuity. People today are still fascinated by the convergence of art and engineering, a fascination that continues to drive innovation in modern times. The process of unraveling the secrets of the Antikythera mechanism is akin to a puzzle that only reveals new pieces over time, inviting us to ponder what else might be hidden within the depths of our shared history. As researchers work tirelessly to decipher the secrets of this ancient device, it stands as a testament to the brilliance of those who came before us. The Antikythera mechanism invites curiosity and inspires a sense of wonder about the potential for human creativity and the mysteries that lie waiting to be uncovered in our world. It reminds us that history is not a closed book, but rather an ever-evolving narrative that pushes the boundaries of what we think we know. This ancient Greek device, with its intricate gears and celestial predictions, serves as a reminder of our perpetual quest for knowledge and understanding. The story of the Antikythera mechanism is a journey through time, and each exploration brings us one step closer to deciphering not just the device itself, but the very essence of human endeavor throughout the ages. As we continue to piece together this remarkable puzzle, we find ourselves engaging with the narratives of those who forged the path of scientific inquiry long before us. In 1977, a groundbreaking discovery captured the attention of astronomers and enthusiasts alike. It was a moment that seemed to bridge our understanding of the universe and perhaps opened a doorway to the unknown. This event, known as the WOW signal, was detected by astronomer Jerry R. Ehman while he was working on a project at Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope. The signal lasted for 72 seconds and grew stronger before fading away, leading to an overwhelming sense of intrigue and speculation. The WOW signal was unlike anything researchers had encountered before. It had a frequency of 1,420 megahertz, which is the wavelength of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. This particular frequency is significant, as it is widely regarded as a natural signal from space. Therefore, it holds a special place in the hearts and minds of astronomers and anyone curious about extraterrestrial life. The message was recorded on a computer printout, and Ehman was so struck by its uniqueness that he circled the alphanumeric sequence and wrote "Wow" next to it, which is how the signal got its name. The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, specifically from a region near the star Chi Sagittaria. Observers noted this area of the sky for many years, hoping to uncover another occurrence of the signal, or at least something similar. But despite extensive monitoring, the "Wow" signal has never been replicated. This absence of a follow-up has only deepened the mystery surrounding it, prompting theories and speculation that have captured the imaginations of scientists and enthusiasts alike. Theories about the WOW signal range widely, from the mundane to the extraordinary. Some believe it was a natural phenomenon, perhaps a comet or some other celestial body emitting radio waves. Others suggest it could be a reflection of signals bounced off of Earth or a malfunction of the equipment. However, none of these explanations seem to fit perfectly, leaving many open to considering more fantastic possibilities. Among the most intriguing hypotheses is the idea that the WOW signal may have originated from an extraterrestrial source. This notion prompts a long-standing question: are we alone in the universe? For centuries, humanity has gazed at the night sky, pondering the existence of other intelligent beings. The signal seemed to arrive at a time when communications technology was blooming, and the idea of deciphering messages from distant civilizations became more sophisticated. The broader ramifications of the WOW signal have inspired various projects aimed at searching for extraterrestrial intelligence. Initiatives like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, have honed in on potential signals, using advanced technology to scan the cosmos for signs of life. The WOW signal functions as a landmark case, encouraging scientists to pursue new avenues of research. Each search and analysis brings hope that we might one day break the silence of the universe. The subject of the WOW signal continues to fuel popular culture as well. It has inspired countless documentaries, podcasts, and even fictional works. The allure of an alien message resonates with our natural curiosity and desire to explore the unknown. Humans are driven by stories of life beyond our planet, a narrative that encourages exploration, discovery, and imagination. All these years later, the WOW signal remains enigmatic. The lack of replication only adds to its mystique, creating a sense of wonder and excitement surrounding the possibility of discovering extraterrestrial life. Researchers have aimed to analyze past data with newer technology and more refined techniques in hopes of uncovering hints of meaning that initially eluded them. However, the universe has a way of keeping its secrets, and the WOW signal is one of its most captivating puzzles. In thinking about the implications of such a signal, it's interesting to reflect on humanity's place in the cosmos. If the signal did originate from an intelligent source, it raises questions about what message was intended for us. What knowledge could other civilizations possess? What stories do they tell themselves, just as we tell ours? This connection to the greater universe amplifies our sense of community and belonging, inviting us to look beyond our planet collectively. As we continue to explore the mystery of the WOW signal, it serves as a reminder of our innate curiosity and desire for connection. Whether the signal was an artificial construct from a distant civilization or simply a natural anomaly, it inspires us to remain vigilant in our search for understanding. Perhaps there's wisdom in embracing the unknown, allowing it to guide our quest for knowledge about the universe. In conclusion, the WOW signal has become a defining moment in the realm of astronomy and the search for extraterrestrial life. Its curious nature serves not just as a scientific enigma, but also as a cultural touchstone that invites exploration, speculation, and wonder. This brief burst of radio waves reminds us of the vastness of the cosmos and our longing to connect with something greater than ourselves. With each passing year, the mystery of the WOW signal continues to endure, compelling us to peer into the stars and ponder the possibilities of what lies beyond our earthly existence. Can we decipher its meaning? Will we explore further? Only time will reveal the answers, but the journey itself is what enriches our shared human experience. The Nazca lines are a series of extraordinary geoglyphs situated in the arid plains of southern Peru. Stretching over an expansive area of approximately 1,000 square kilometers, these massive drawings have captured the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and travelers alike. They represent one of the most intriguing mysteries of the ancient world. Discovered in the 1920s by pilots flying over the region, the Nazca lines include over 800 straight lines and more than 300 geometric shapes, alongside over 70 distinct figures of animals, plants, and humans. The most well-known of these figures include a hummingbird that measures about 300 feet long, a spider, a monkey with a long curled tail, and a condor with outstretched wings. Each design is astonishingly large, with some stretching several hundred meters in length, which raises the question of how such intricate artworks could have been constructed with the precision we see today. The methods used to create these geoglyphs remain a topic of speculation. One widely accepted theory suggests that the Nazca people, who inhabited the region from approximately 200 BCE to 600 CE, used simple surveying techniques to lay out their designs. By removing the top layer of reddish pebbles, which contrasts sharply with the lighter sandy soil beneath, they were able to create the visible outlines of these massive figures. This removal could be done with simple tools and teamwork, but it must have required meticulous planning and coordination. Another captivating aspect of the Nazca lines is the sheer scale and visibility of these figures. While they are best viewed from the air, many of the lines and shapes can be appreciated from nearby hills. This has led to much speculation about their purpose. Some researchers hypothesize that they may have been created as part of religious or ceremonial practices, possibly linked to the Nazca people's worship of deities related to agriculture and water, essential elements for life in such a dry climate. The theories about the meaning of the lines are both diverse and intriguing. Some propose that the figures represent constellations or celestial bodies, serving as astronomical markers to help guide agricultural cycles or predict seasonal changes. The alignment of certain figures with the sun and stars supports this idea, hinting at a sophisticated understanding of astronomy that the Nazca people possessed. Other speculations suggest that the geoglyphs may have functioned as pathways for rituals or offerings. Walking along the lines may have held spiritual significance, guiding participants through sacred landscapes while connecting the earth and the heavens. The various representations of animals, such as the monkey or the whale, could symbolize fertility, wealth, and the interconnected nature of life in the Andes. Despite extensive research and exploration, the exact purpose of the Nazca lines remains elusive, leaving room for alternative theories. Some more outlandish ideas even suggest they are remnants of ancient alien visitations, with the figures serving as landing strips or messages to extraterrestrial beings. While these theories are not grounded in scientific evidence, they add to the mystique surrounding these incredible creations. One of the significant challenges in studying the Nazca lines is the preservation of these remarkable geoglyphs against environmental and human threats. The arid climate of the Nazca Desert has helped preserve the outlines for centuries, but factors such as urban development, agriculture, and erosion pose risks. Conservation efforts are underway, but guardianship of this cultural heritage requires continued attention to protect these ancient symbols for future generations. In addition to their historical and archaeological significance, the Nazca lines continue to captivate the interests of millions of visitors each year. Tourists flock to Peru, drawn not only by the allure of the lines, but also by the stunning landscapes and rich cultural heritage of the region. Many take to the skies for a bird's eye view, witnessing the incredible scale and beauty of the figures that adorn the earth. Helicopter tours have become increasingly popular, allowing adventurers to appreciate the geoglyphs from above, where their true size and majesty can be fully appreciated. The central question of who created these geoglyphs and why has prompted ongoing exploration and discussion. Each new study or discovery brings fresh insights, fueling curiosity and wonder about this ancient civilization. The Nazca lines serve as a reminder of the complexity of human expression, creativity, and the diverse ways cultures can communicate with the world around them. As we contemplate the Nazca lines and the mysteries they hold, we are reminded of humanity's innate desire to create, connect, and leave a mark on the world. The stories interwoven within the forms on this vast canvas, the questions they evoke, and the imagination they inspire make the Nazca lines much more than mere drawings etched into the earth. They are a captivating testament to the rich tapestry of human history and creativity that still, as of today, leaves us searching for answers. The allure of these ancient geoglyphs transcends the boundaries of time, inviting us to ponder the lives and beliefs of the people who once walked upon this land. Though we may never uncover every secret of the Nazca lines, they serve as a remarkable link to a time long past, inspiring those who venture to explore their enigma and charm. The Piri Reis map, created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is a fascinating document that has captivated historians, geographers, and enthusiasts alike for centuries. This ancient map is notable for its remarkably detailed representation of the world, as it was understood during the early 16th century. It depicts parts of Europe, Africa, and the Americas with a level of accuracy that raises many intriguing questions about the sources of its information and the navigational skills of its creator. One of the most compelling aspects of the Piri Reis map is how it challenges our understanding of the period's geography. The map includes remarkably accurate outlines of the coastlines of South America and parts of North America, including Florida, despite being drawn nearly a century before the detailed exploration of these areas. For example, the placement of the coast of Brazil is exceptionally precise, suggesting that Piri Reis had access to advanced nautical knowledge. This raises a multitude of questions about how such accurate data was collected, especially at a time when many maps were still riddled with errors and assumptions. What makes the Piri Reis map even more intriguing is the fact that it incorporates information from a variety of earlier maps and charts, many of which have since been lost. Among these sources is believed to be ancient Greek and Roman maps, as well as those created during the Age of Exploration. This blend of knowledge highlights a fascinating aspect of cartography during that era, where information was shared and built upon across cultures and generations. This method of compilation suggests that Piri Reis was not just a navigator but a synthesizer of geographic knowledge, which was an advanced concept for his time. Moreover, the map includes depictions of the Antarctic coastline, which is particularly striking. The problem is that Antarctica was not officially discovered until 1820, and the Piri-Reis map was drawn over 300 years earlier. Some theories propose that Piri-Reis may have had access to ancient maps that depicted Antarctica before it was covered by ice, raising questions about lost civilizations and their geographic understanding. This notion opens up a whole realm of speculation about ancient explorers and the extent of their geographic knowledge. Historians have also pointed to certain inaccuracies in the Piri-Reis map as evidence of its unique perspective. For instance, the map depicts a large landmass that some believe may refer to Antarctica. This has led to numerous theories suggesting that ancient civilizations had a grasp on Earth's geography that modern science was not aware of at that time. The juxtaposition of accurate representations alongside inaccuracies reveals layers of complexity in both the creation of maps and the knowledge available then. The materials used to create the map also tell a fascinating story. Piri-Reis crafted the map on a piece of worn and aged parchment, indicating that it was a valuable document. Moreover, the map features intricate designs and labels, combining artistic detail with scientific observation. The carefully rendered illustrations emphasize the importance of both aesthetics and practical navigation during the time. The intricate calligraphy and compasses not only served a functional purpose, but also displayed the skill and artistry of the mapmaker. As you explore the Piri-Reis map further, you realize that its allure also lies in the enigmatic writings that accompany it. Piri-Reis included notes that provide insights into his thinking and the context in which the map was produced. These annotations create a narrative about exploration and curiosity, reflecting the drive of human beings to map the unknown world. This thirst for knowledge resonates even today, echoing the thoughts of those who have ventured into the uncharted territories of their time. In the realm of modern scholarship, the Piri-Reis map is studied across various disciplines, including history, anthropology, and astronomy. Some researchers delve into its implications on navigation and maritime history, while others approach it from a cultural and philosophical angle, questioning how maps influence our perception of the world. This interdisciplinary approach continues to inspire new theories, further enriching the mystery surrounding this historic artifact. The debate surrounding the Piri-Reis map extends beyond academic circles and has attracted a diverse group of interpreters, including conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts of the unexplained. Some have proposed that the map reflects evidence of advanced ancient civilizations that have been lost to history, igniting discussions about the cyclical nature of human exploration and discovery. The possibility of civilizations possessing extensive knowledge long before our recorded history continues to provoke thought and imagination. This tantalizing mix of history, geography, and mystery keeps the Piri-Reis map relevant and intriguing even centuries after its creation. Each viewing of the map offers a chance to ponder the ideas it provokes and the stories it might tell, if only it could speak. For anyone interested in history, exploration, and the infinite quest for knowledge, the Piri-Reis map serves as an invitation to join in the age-old journey of discovery, peering into a past that continues to elude our complete understanding. Thus, the Piri-Reis map stands as a testament to the complexities of human exploration and our ever-evolving grasp on geography, bridging the gaps of time between the past and the present. Its mysteries invite us to reconsider what we know about history and challenge us to explore the possibilities that lie beyond the surface of our current understanding of the world. So each time you gaze upon this remarkable artifact, remember that it symbolizes a moment frozen in time, a glimpse into the exploration that has shaped our knowledge of the world as we know it today. In 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition to explore the treacherous terrain of the Ural Mountains in Russia. This journey, led by Igor Dyatlov, became one of the most enigmatic events in the annals of history, known today as the Dyatlov Pass incident. The hikers, all part of a ski-in rally, were enthusiastic and skilled, prepared to navigate the wilderness during winter's unforgiving grip. As they ventured deeper into the mountains, something inexplicable occurred. When the group failed to return, a search party was dispatched. Rescuers faced harsh weather conditions, including heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures, which complicated the search efforts. After days of searching, the missing hikers were finally discovered on February 26th, but the circumstances surrounding their demise were alarming and baffling. The first clue to this mystery was the state of their tent. It was found abandoned and half buried in snow, with its zippers inexplicably torn from the inside. This led to various questions. Why did the hikers cut their way out of the tent in such a panic? What caused them to abandon their belongings, including warm clothing and equipment, in the middle of a snowstorm? As the investigation unfolded, the bodies of the hikers were recovered, revealing shocking details. Some of the hikers were found with severe injuries, including one individual with a crushed skull and others with missing eyes and tongues. The injuries were so extraordinary that they hinted at a forceful and violent occurrence. However, the absence of external wounds raised more questions. How could such damage happen without any external signs of trauma? Theories began to emerge, attempting to account for the horror that had unfolded in the mountains. Some speculated that an avalanche had struck, forcing the hikers out of their tent and causing the fatal injuries. Yet, experts contended that the terrain was not consistent with avalanche activity, and the conditions suggested otherwise. Other theories included a possible attack by a wild animal, but this was unlikely given the conditions and the way the bodies were found. Another popular hypothesis involved military tests and secret operations in the area. During that time, the Soviet Union was known for conducting various military activities, including missile tests. Some suggested that the hikers might have inadvertently wandered into a test zone, leading to a cover-up by the authorities. The mysterious sounds reported by the hikers, such as the sound of explosions and bright lights, fueled this theory. A more extraordinary idea came from believers in the paranormal. Some enthusiasts proposed that the hikers encountered an alien spacecraft or some unusual natural phenomenon that caused their demise. The thought of extraterrestrial involvement captivated the imagination of many, leading to stories and documentaries that explored these bizarre possibilities. As the years went by, the Dyatlov Pass incident became a frequent topic of discussion and debate, inspiring countless articles, books, and films. Each re-examination brings forth new analyses and opinions about that fateful trip. Researchers continue to sift through details, hoping to shed light on this cold case, which remains unsolved even decades later. The mystery also poses questions about human resilience and the spirit of adventure. The courage shown by these hikers echoes through time. They set out into the wild, driven by the pursuit of discovery, amidst the beauty and danger of nature. Their journey serves as a reminder of the thrill of exploration and the sometimes unforeseen challenges that can arise when humans venture into the unknown. Those drawn to this story often find themselves at the crossroads of science and superstition, attempting to piece together what truly happened on that winter night. Could it have been a combination of fatigue, fear, and confusion leading to a series of tragic decisions? Or was there indeed something beyond human comprehension at play? Each year, people travel to the Ural Mountains, captivated by the location and its storied past. Tourists and adventurers pay their respects to the lost hikers, walking the paths they once traversed, forming their own conclusions, interpretations, and connections to this tragic event. In many ways, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains a poignant reminder of the mysteries that nature holds, the uncharted territories within our world, and the persistent allure of unraveling the unknown. As the world continues to evolve and technology advances, the hope for a definitive answer might seem closer, yet the fascination with the Dyatlov Pass incident only deepens. The questions linger, and the stories continue to inspire those who dare to delve into the mysteries of human experience, adventure, and the complex threads that weave through our understanding of existence. The story of the Roanoke colony is one of history's great mysteries, a tale filled with intrigue, tragedy, and a bit of legend. Located on Roanoke Island off the coast of North Carolina, the colony was established in 1585 by Sir Walter Raleigh. It was one of the first attempts by the English to create a lasting settlement in the New World. When the first group of settlers arrived, they faced immense challenges. The environment was unfamiliar, the relationship with indigenous peoples was complex, and resources were limited. After a year of struggling, many of the settlers returned to England, but not all was lost. A second wave of settlers came to the island in 1587, led by John White. This group was larger and included families, which indicated a long-term plan for the colony. Upon arrival, the settlers faced immediate hardships. Tensions with local tribes were present, compounded by a lack of food and supplies. Despite these challenges, John White, the colony's governor, was hopeful and returned to England to gather more supplies. This journey, however, took longer than anticipated, and John did not return to Roanoke until 1590, 3 years later. When he finally arrived, what he found was shocking. The entire colony had vanished without a trace. There were no signs of struggle or death, no homes destroyed, and no evidence left behind that might explain the settlers' disappearance. The only clue was the single word Croatoan carved into a post, and the letters CRO etched into a tree. This word referred to a nearby island where some of the indigenous people lived. The carving sparked many theories. Perhaps the settlers had sought refuge with the friendly Croatoan tribe after facing starvation or conflict. Some speculated that they might have abandoned the settlement altogether to search for a more hospitable location. Others suggested that a severe drought or disease could have decimated the population before they had time to leave. The mystery was further complicated by the fact that John White had no means to communicate effectively with the indigenous tribes. He returned with the hope of finding his family and friends, but instead was left with too many questions. Unable to locate the settlers, he was forced to return to England, leaving behind one of the most puzzling mysteries in American history. The fate of the Roanoke colony has since given rise to many stories and legends. It has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even television series. Over the centuries, historians and amateur sleuths have examined every possible lead. Some have focused on reports of sightings of English people among the indigenous tribes in the area. Others have proposed that they may have traveled north, merging with other groups, or even assimilating into local cultures. Archaeological investigations continue to uncover potential evidence that may yield answers. Excavations of sites on Roanoke Island and surrounding areas have revealed artifacts that may connect to the lost settlers, adding new layers to the understanding of the colony's history. Items such as pottery similar to that of the English settlers have been found, but standing firm in the realm of theory and speculation remains the ultimate disappearance of the entire population. The mystery of Roanoke has also become a topic of discussion in popular culture. It has captured the imagination of many, shaping the narrative of colonial America and influencing how stories about early settlers are told. The notion of a lost colony has become emblematic of the challenges faced by early explorers and settlers and their encounters with indigenous peoples. The word Croatoan has become synonymous with mystery, and it serves as a lingering reminder of the unknown futures that awaited those who ventured into the New World. Even to this day, researchers and enthusiasts continue to seek out explanations. Perhaps one of the most enduring themes is the idea that history is full of stories left untold, threads left unspooled. The Roanoke colony's fate raises poignant questions about survival, adaptation, and the complexities of human interactions during a time of great exploration and uncertainty. Each theory and archaeological find adds to the story, enriching the narrative not just of Roanoke but of America's early engagements with unknown lands and peoples. As the years go on, the story of Roanoke remains vivid in the collective imagination, accompanied by a sense of wonder and wistfulness. The lost colony stands as a testament to the risks taken by those who sought to forge new lives in uncharted territories. Their story continues to resonate, shrouded in mystery and adventure, and it invites each generation to ponder the unknown. In the end, the Roanoke colony leaves us with a reminder of our quest for understanding and the enduring allure of ancient enigmas that beckon us to explore further into the depths of history. It tells a poignant tale of ambition, exploration, and the enigmatic pathways of human destiny. Ball lightning is one of nature's most captivating mysteries, a phenomenon that intrigues scientists, enthusiasts, and the curious alike. Imagine witnessing a small, glowing orb floating silently through the air during a thunderstorm. This is ball lightning, an elusive and enigmatic occurrence that defies easy explanation and comprehension. The phenomenon was first documented in the 1600s, but even today it remains poorly understood. Witnesses describe ball lightning as luminous spheres, often the size of a basketball, which can appear in a variety of colors, including white, yellow, blue, and even red. These orbs can hover, zip about, or move in erratic patterns, sometimes disappearing almost instantly or exploding with a sudden intensity. Despite numerous accounts over centuries, the scientific community remains frustrated by the lack of concrete understanding of its mechanics. One compelling aspect of ball lightning is its association with thunderstorms. Many reports of sightings occurred during severe weather conditions, particularly when lightning is present. Lightning is a surge of electrical energy, and it raises many questions about the connection between these intense electrical storms and the appearance of ball lightning. Some researchers have speculated that the combination of ionized air and various atmospheric conditions during storms creates the ideal environment for ball lightning to arise. In some instances, witnesses recount ball lightning entering buildings through windows or doors, moving across rooms, and leaving a trail of singed curtains or scorched furniture in its wake. This destructive capacity has sparked theories suggesting that ball lightning could be composed of some form of highly energized matter or plasma. Various hypotheses have been proposed, including that it could be a form of terrestrial lightning that takes on a spherical shape thanks to certain physical and chemical processes. To delve deeper, consider the theories surrounding the formation of ball lightning. One popular hypothesis posits that it arises from the vaporization of silicon during ordinary lightning strikes, which can create tiny silicon spheres. This theory offers a credible mechanism by suggesting that these particles then glow in a gaseous state, forming transient orbs that float through the air. However, experiments attempting to recreate this phenomenon in controlled conditions have yielded mixed results, bringing more questions than answers. Some scientists propose that ball lightning may have a plasma-like nature. Plasma is a state of matter similar to gas but with charged particles. This unique composition might allow ball lightning to maintain its form while exhibiting behavior that defies standard physics. Observations of its movement patterns, sometimes zigzagging or hovering in place, suggest that it may be influenced by the Earth's magnetic field or electromagnetic interactions, but concrete proof of these ideas remains elusive. Ball lightning is not merely a phenomenon of anecdotal evidence. There have been thousands of reports from credible witnesses, including pilots, scientists, and other professionals, who affirm having encountered this strange orb. In response to this fascination, there have been several attempts by the scientific community to study and understand ball lightning using both observational and theoretical approaches. Researchers have even attempted to recreate the phenomenon using high-voltage experiments, yet replicating the exact conditions and characteristics remains a significant challenge. In contrast to most natural phenomena that can be explained through established scientific principles, ball lightning serves as a reminder of the complexities and wonders still hidden within our world. The more we learn about electricity and atmospheric conditions, the more we realize that human understanding is still limited in many respects. This keeps the door open for new discoveries and theories, akin to explorers venturing into uncharted territories. There's a sense of adventure encapsulated in the journey to understand ball lightning. For those fortunate enough to witness it, the moment encapsulates both beauty and mystery, a blend of science and art, of wonder and confusion. It captivates the imagination and sparks the curiosity of anyone who has come across its rare appearance. A fascinating parallel exists between ball lightning and the broader mysteries of our universe. While science has made incredible strides in explaining various phenomena, ranging from the vastness of space to the intricacies of atomic structures, ball lightning stands as an enigmatic emblem of the unknown. Every account adds a layer to this rich tapestry, encouraging further inquiry into the principles of energy, electricity, and atmospheric behavior. The study of ball lightning may also inspire a new generation of scientists and thinkers to embrace the beauty of unanswered questions. It reminds us that while we seek explanations, the thrill of discovery lies as much in the questions themselves as in the answers. Perhaps there are even realms of nature that humankind has yet to touch or comprehend, waiting patiently in the shadows of existence. In our quest for understanding the world, ball lightning ignites a spark of curiosity that resonates deeply within us. It beckons us to look beyond the surface, to dive into the depths of inquiry, and to celebrate each moment of wonder, no matter how elusive. This phenomenon, characterized by its unpredictability and fascination, serves as a wonderful reminder of how little we may truly know, and how vast the landscape of discovery still lies ahead. Like a celestial dance through a tempest, ball lightning enchants the sky while challenging our perceptions of reality. Its glow is a tribute to nature's ability to surprise and perplex those who seek to unveil its secrets. Each flicker of light carries with it the essence of exploration, ensuring that the enigma of ball lightning remains a cherished mystery in the vast narrative of our scientific journey. The Shroud of Turin is a captivating piece of history that has fascinated people for centuries. This ancient cloth, measuring approximately 14 feet long and 3.5 feet wide, carries an enigmatic image of a man. The face shown on the shroud features a striking resemblance to the traditional depictions of Jesus Christ. This has led to intense debates about the cloth's origins, its authenticity, and its significance in the context of Christianity. The shroud is made of linen and is believed to have been created in the Middle Ages, although some proponents argue that its roots may extend back to the time of Christ. The first historical record of the shroud dates back to the 14th century, when it appeared in a church in France. However, the debates about its authenticity kick-started in the late 20th century, when carbon dating tests suggested that the cloth might be much younger than many had previously thought. The most striking feature of the Shroud of Turin is the image it bears. This image shows a man who appears to have been crucified, with wounds on the hands and feet that align with the accounts of Jesus' crucifixion in the New Testament. The negative image shows remarkable detail, including facial features and bodily markings that have intrigued scientists, historians, and theologians alike. One of the reasons the shroud has such immense significance is due to the questions it raises about the events surrounding Christ's death and resurrection. Many people who believe the shroud to be authentic see it as a relic that offers a tangible connection to the figure of Jesus. They view it as a sign for faith, a visual representation that has sparked centuries of devotion and reverence. On the other hand, skeptics argue that the image could have been created through various artistic means or techniques available during the Middle Ages. Some suggest that the shroud might be the product of an elaborate hoax or a meticulous piece of artistry rather than a divine imprint. This dispute ensures that the Shroud of Turin remains a topic of constant inquiry and debate. Scientific examinations of the shroud have produced a wealth of information. Various tests conducted on the cloth, including those involving photography and microscopy, have revealed intriguing aspects about its image formation. Scientists have attempted to recreate the techniques that may have been used to produce the image, and while some hypotheses have emerged, no single answer has been definitive. In the 1980s, a team of researchers conducted carbon dating tests on samples taken from the shroud, and the results suggested a date range from 1260 to 1390 AD. This led to significant skepticism regarding its authenticity, particularly among those who believed it to date back to the time of Jesus. However, critics of the carbon dating results assert that contamination of the samples and potential damage could have affected the accuracy of the results. This controversy highlights the broader dichotomy between faith and science. Devotees of the shroud often maintain that faith transcends human understanding, while scientifically inclined individuals argue that objective analysis is crucial to validate historical artifacts. The ongoing debate challenges both sides to consider their approaches and engage with one another in meaningful dialogue. Among those drawn to the mystery of the Shroud of Turin, there are numerous anecdotes about personal experiences and testimonies. People have shared stories about their feelings of peace and solace upon viewing the shroud, describing it as a powerful reminder of the sacrifice attributed to Jesus. Museums and churches housing replicas or portions of the shroud often feature it as an object of reflection and reverence. In popular culture, the Shroud of Turin has appeared in movies, books, and documentaries, revealing its grip on the public imagination. Various authors have penned works exploring its background, its implications for faith, and its role in historical narratives. The shroud continues to prompt discussions about the intersection of art, religion, and science, contributing to its status as one of the most studied relics in history. Despite the ongoing debates surrounding the shroud's authenticity, its impact on art and culture is undeniable. Artists have incorporated its imagery into religious iconography and artwork, while the shroud has inspired numerous creations across various mediums. The question of who the man in the shroud truly is serves to spark curiosity and engender a deeper exploration of religious thought and history. Conferences and symposiums dedicated to the Shroud of Turin attract scholars and enthusiasts alike, eager to exchange ideas and insights. These gatherings foster a sense of community around the pursuit of understanding this ancient artifact. With advances in technology and scientific techniques, researchers continue to examine the shroud, hoping to unlock more of its secrets. As we delve into the story of the Shroud of Turin, we are reminded of humanity's enduring quest for meaning. Whether viewed through the lens of faith, science, or history, the shroud serves as a powerful symbol of the mysteries of existence and the narratives that shape our understanding of the world. The questions it raises continue to inspire reflection and discussion, ensuring its place in both religious devotion and scholarly inquiry. In the end, the Shroud of Turin embodies a timeless enigma, a canvas that invites interpretation and inspires belief. Its fabric weaves together elements of history, spirituality, and scientific exploration, creating a rich tapestry of stories that connects people across different backgrounds and beliefs. The allure of the Shroud lies not only in its physical presence, but in the layers of meaning it represents, inviting us to ponder the deeper questions of life, faith, and our shared human experience. The story of the Mary Celeste is one that captivates the imagination and stirs curiosity, inviting us to consider humanity's never-ending quest for answers in the face of mystery. In 1872, this ship, which was initially named Amazon, became an intriguing part of maritime history after it was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, just off the coast of Portugal. What makes the Mary Celeste particularly fascinating is that when it was found, there was no sign of its crew. The ship was in good condition, with her sails set and her cargo intact, yet not a single soul was aboard. The Mary Celeste was built in 1861 and was designed as a merchant vessel. Over its brief operational life, it changed hands several times, undergoing a name change and various ownerships before it set sail on that ill-fated voyage. The ship was carrying a full cargo of denatured alcohol when it departed from New York City on November 7, 1872, bound for Genoa, Italy. The captain, Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned mariner, was accompanied by his wife and their 2-year-old daughter, along with 7 crew members, making the sudden and complete disappearance of all aboard all the more perplexing. The first clue in this mystery came when the ship was spotted on December 4, 1872, by the crew of the British brigantine De Gratia. Captain David Morehouse and his men were surprised to see the vessel drifting aimlessly. Upon boarding the Mary Celeste, they found the ship to be surprisingly well equipped, with the crew's belongings still on board, including personal effects, valuables, and even an untouched meal on the table. Despite this seemingly miraculous state of affairs, the most pressing question remained: what happened to the crew? Various theories have emerged over the years to explain their abrupt absence. One explanation revolves around the ship's cargo. The denatured alcohol aboard the Mary Celeste had the potential to create fumes that could be dangerous. Some theorists suggest that a leakage or a strong odor led Captain Briggs and the crew to believe that a fire might have broken out. They may have abandoned ship, fearing for their lives, but the mystery deepens when we consider that there was no evidence of a fire or any kind of distress. Another suggestion ties to the notion of piracy. Some have speculated that pirates may have attacked and taken over the ship. However, the crew's belongings were untouched, and no signs of a struggle were ever found on the vessel. This inconsistency makes this theory less likely, as one might expect to see signs of violence or disarray in the cargo hold or captain's quarters. Furthermore, there are those who propose that the ship's crew could have become trapped in a hallucination of impending doom or lost their sanity due to isolation at sea. However, without strong evidence to support this theory, it remains a speculation steeped in mystery. With each new idea about the crew's fate, the intrigue grows. Another captain of the ship, who had previously reported sightings of strange phenomena at sea, suggests that perhaps the crew encountered something extraordinary that prompted them to abandon the ship. Some propose alien abduction or even ghostly occurrences, leading the crew to a fate beyond human understanding. These theories, while fascinating, are rooted in the realm of fantasy. Additionally, the Mary Celeste itself carries the weight of legends and ghost stories, becoming known as a ghost ship due to its eerie circumstances. Over the years, the ship has come to symbolize the unexplainable, a topic of spirited debate among historians, maritime enthusiasts, and story lovers alike. Its aura of mystery is undeniable, as people are drawn to the allure of the unknown, seeking to weave narratives that fill in the blank spaces left by history. In the aftermath of discovering the Mary Celeste, the ship was salvaged and underwent several ownership changes. Eventually, she became somewhat of an enigma in maritime circles. Her final fate is just as tragic as the disappearance of her crew. The vessel was eventually run aground off the coast of Haiti in 1885 in an attempt to collect insurance money. This destructive fate seems almost poetic when we consider that the ship was once a symbol of life at sea. Over time, the Mary Celeste has inspired countless books, films, and documentaries, capturing the imagination of successive generations. This ship serves as a cultural touchstone in understanding our own quest for meaning, especially when faced with the mysteries of life. It reminds us how little we truly know about the world, the ocean, and the people who once navigated its vast waters. In a world steeped in science and rationality, the tale of the Mary Celeste encourages us to embrace the unknown, to revel in the questions that remain unanswered. It allows us to consider the thin veil that separates reality from the unexplainable. Whether one believes in ghostly figures, aliens, or simply the unpredictable nature of life at sea, the legend of the Mary Celeste endures, inviting us all to dream and wonder what truly happened to the brave souls aboard. As we explore this enigmatic tale, we cannot help but be compelled by the vastness of the ocean and the shadows it holds. The Mary Celeste remains not just a ghost ship, but a vessel of mystery that continues to stir a sense of adventure and curiosity deep within us. The allure of the unknown is a powerful force, reminding us that there are still tales waiting to be told and mysteries yearning to unfold. The Sea Peoples, a collective term for various groups of maritime raiders, have intrigued historians and archaeologists for centuries. Emerging during the Late Bronze Age around the 12th century BCE, they are known for their assaults against ancient civilizations in the Mediterranean. This mysterious group remains a topic shrouded in enigma, partly due to the scant records they left behind and the dramatic consequences of their invasions. To understand the Sea Peoples, we must first delve into the historical context of the time. The Late Bronze Age was a period characterized by complex trade networks and flourishing cities, from the Egyptian Empire to the Hittite Kingdom. It was a time when cultures intermingled, bringing advancements in technology, art, and governance. However, it was also marked by increasing political instability. As these civilizations grew, they faced challenges, both from within and from external threats, which set the stage for the Sea Peoples' incursions. Descriptions of the Sea Peoples come primarily from Egyptian inscriptions. Pharaoh Ramses III, in his records, provides a vivid account of the battles against these invaders. He portrayed them as fierce warriors, skilled in naval warfare. They are depicted in reliefs as traveling in boats, attacking coastal cities with relentless determination. Interestingly, the Sea Peoples are believed to have come from various regions around the Mediterranean, including the Aegean Sea, the Levant, and possibly even further afield. This diversity makes understanding their true origins challenging. Among the groups commonly classified as Sea Peoples are the Peliset, believed to be linked to the Philistines, and the Shurden, who may have ties to Sardinia. Other names that appear in ancient records include the Checker, the Shekelish, and the Luca. Each of these groups likely had its own cultural identity, but their collective actions created a significant impact that transcended individual stories. The question of why these groups turned to raiding is another facet that continues to puzzle historians. Some theories suggest that environmental factors played a significant role. During this period, there were notable climate shifts, possibly leading to droughts or resource shortages in their homelands. As agriculture faltered, these communities may have sought new territories and opportunities for sustenance, turning to piracy as a way to secure resources. Another possibility is that internal strife and socio-political upheaval led to the fragmentation of established societies. As populations grew and competition for limited resources intensified, groups might have splintered off and turned to maritime raids as a means of survival or rebellion against deteriorating conditions. The Sea Peoples may have been part of a broader wave of migration and upheaval known as the Late Bronze Age collapse, where various civilizations across the region faced unprecedented challenges. While the impact of the Sea Peoples is well documented, the lasting legacy of their raids is less clear. Many ancient cities, such as Ugarit and Mycenae, experienced destruction during this time. The collapse of trade networks and the subsequent decline of several prominent civilizations can be attributed, in part, to their incursions. Various archaeological sites show evidence of destruction layers, where cities were burned and abandoned, reflecting the chaos these raids left in their wake. Despite their notoriety, the Sea Peoples left behind very few artifacts or writings that could help unravel their story further. Most of what we know comes from the notes left by their adversaries. This lack of direct evidence fuels the ongoing debate among experts regarding their origins, motivations, and the extent of their impact on the ancient world. In recent years, new archaeological discoveries have provided fresh insights into this tantalizing mystery. Coastal excavations in the eastern Mediterranean have revealed signs of violent encounters, hastening the pursuit of understanding these enigmatic raiders. Historians and archaeologists are using advanced technologies, including satellite imagery and underwater exploration, to uncover lost cities and artifacts that may provide more clues about the Sea Peoples. The fascination with the Sea Peoples is not confined to history alone. Their story has permeated popular culture, inspiring novels, films, and documentaries. This curiosity reflects our desire to comprehend those who came before us and to piece together the narratives of societies that shaped our history. Whether through ancient texts or modern interpretations, the enigmatic legacy of the Sea Peoples continues to resonate, inviting us to consider the complexities of human behavior and the challenges societies have faced throughout time. As scholars continue to explore this captivating topic, the Sea Peoples serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of civilizations. Their tales echo through time, drawing us into a world where survival often depended on strength, resourcefulness, and adaptability. The quest for understanding their origins is not just an academic pursuit, but a broader inquiry into the human condition, our struggles, our triumphs, and our unyielding spirit in the face of adversity. In conclusion, the mystery of the Sea Peoples embodies the rich tapestry of the past. Their maritime adventures, rooted in complex social dynamics and environmental factors, have left an indelible mark on history. As we delve deeper into the artifacts and accounts that still remain, we face an inviting challenge, one that propels us to question, explore, and discover the myriad threads that weave together the story of humanity. The journey into this maritime mystery beckons us, inspiring wonder as we seek to chart our course through a landscape shaped by both the known and the unknown. Amelia Earhart was not only a pilot, but a pioneer in aviation, known for breaking records and challenging the norms of her time. Born in 1897 in Atchison, Kansas, she developed a passion for adventure early in life. Her determination to fly was evident from the moment she took her first flight at a fair in 1920. Fascinated by the experience, she quickly began pursuing a career in aviation, a field that was predominantly male-dominated at the time. In the 1920s and 1930s, Earhart shone brightly in the skies. She became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932, a feat that brought her international fame and acclaim. For many, she represented breaking barriers and redefining what women could achieve. Her passion for aviation extended beyond her own endeavors. She was also an advocate for women in aviation, working tirelessly to encourage others to pursue their dreams in this field. Despite her achievements, Amelia was not immune to danger. She faced numerous close calls and challenges while flying. Through it all, she maintained a sense of adventure and a desire to push the boundaries of what was possible. Her skills and courage had captivated the public and made her a role model for many aspiring aviators. In the summer of 1937, Amelia set out on a daring journey around the world. She had already completed a large portion of the trip when she reached the Pacific Ocean. However, as her journey progressed, the circumstances took a turn. On July 2, 1937, Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, took off from Lae, New Guinea, en route to Howland Island, a tiny spit of land in the vast Pacific, known primarily for being a waypoint for long-distance flights. The flight was tough from the beginning. The weather conditions were challenging, and there were reports of poor visibility. Amelia and Fred communicated with the U.S. Coast Guard, who were tracking the flight and were ready to assist them upon arrival at Howland Island. But the radio transmissions began to indicate that they were having difficulty locating the island. Records show that they reported their positions several times, each time becoming less confident in their ability to find it. As hours passed without word from Amelia and Fred, anxiety grew. Search and rescue missions were launched quickly, with aircraft scouring the region for any sign of the pair. Unfortunately, despite the efforts, no trace of Earhart or Noonan was ever found. Their disappearance sparked a massive search operation, one of the largest in history at that time. Various theories began to circulate about what might have happened to them. Some suggested they crashed into the ocean, while others proposed that they had landed on an uninhabited island and were stranded. The mystery surrounding Amelia Earhart's last flight has captivated the public for decades. Some have speculated that she may have landed on Gardner Island, a remote place that was not far from her intended destination. In the years since she vanished, several expeditions have sought to locate evidence of her presence on the island. But these searches have yielded mixed results. Artifacts have been found that seem to support the theory, but no conclusive evidence has ever surfaced. Others have wondered about the possibility of her surviving for a time after her disappearance, potentially living as a castaway on one of the Pacific Islands, before eventually succumbing to the conditions. The idea that she could have survived her crash only to encounter a different fate is a poignant thought that adds complexity to the story. In addition, some theories propose a more dramatic turn of events, including the suggestion that Earhart and Noonan were captured by Japanese forces. This idea stemmed from the geopolitical context of the time, as tensions were rising in the Pacific region. However, historians continue to challenge this theory due to a lack of credible evidence. As years passed, Amelia Earhart became a symbol of the unknown, and her story grew beyond that of a lost aviator. She transformed into a figure of inspiration, resilience, and mystery. People continue to speculate about what happened on that fateful day, and researchers remain dedicated to uncovering the truth behind her disappearance. Documentaries, books, and countless articles have explored her life and theories about her fate, each contributing to a narrative that refuses to fade away. Amelia's legacy also includes her contributions to the advancement of aviation technology and her work as a female pioneer in a field that has traditionally marginalized women's experiences. She helped establish the 99s, an organization for female pilots that played a significant role in creating a supportive network for women in aviation and encouraging them to pursue flying as a career. Her tenacity continues to inspire new generations of aviators and adventurers alike. The questions surrounding her final flight have become part of a larger conversation about ambition and the pursuit of dreams, particularly for women. There's no denying that her spirit lives on, even in the absence of conclusive answers about her fate. The enduring mystery of Amelia Earhart has set off a wave of fascination that remains alive today. Airplane enthusiasts, historians, and everyday individuals find themselves drawn to her story. The uncertainty surrounding her fate acts as a magnet, compelling people to dig deeper into both her life and the events leading up to that fateful flight. While the world may never know what truly happened to Amelia Earhart on that summer day in 1937, her legacy as a trailblazer in aviation and a beacon of courage continues to soar, inspiring countless dreamers to take to the skies and chase their aspirations, no matter how daunting the challenge may seem. Amelia Earhart's adventurous spirit, marked by the thrill of flight and the allure of the unknown, remains an essential part of her story, ensuring that her memory endures long into the future. The tale of Atlantis is one that has captured the imagination of countless generations. Described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato around 360 BC, Atlantis represents not just a lost city, but a symbol of human aspiration and ambition. According to Plato, this mysterious civilization was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which we now refer to as the Straits of Gibraltar. He depicted Atlantis as a magnificent island, remarkably advanced in technology and culture, flourishing amid the vast Atlantic Ocean. Plato introduced Atlantis to the world in two of his dialogues, Timaeus and Kryptos. In these texts, he portrayed Atlantis as a powerful and prosperous society, boasting magnificent palaces decorated with precious metals, lush gardens filled with exotic plants, and impressive architecture that showcased their incredible engineering skills. The inhabitants of this great city were also described as being of noble character, living in harmony with each other and the natural world. Their society was structured around a clear hierarchy, ultimately governed by 10 kings who were descendants of the god Poseidon. The downfall of Atlantis presents a compelling narrative woven with moral lessons. According to Plato, the people of Atlantis gradually succumbed to moral decay and hubris, abandoning the virtues that had once defined their civilization. As their ambition grew, so did their desire for power, ultimately leading them to attempt to conquer other nations. This led to their downfall, as the gods punished Atlantis for its arrogance. A cataclysmic event caused the city to be submerged entirely beneath the ocean, vanishing without a trace. This dramatic ending serves as a poignant reminder of the perils of pride and the importance of maintaining harmony within oneself and with the universe. Throughout history, the legend of Atlantis has sparked the imaginations of explorers, scientists, and writers, each adding their interpretations and theories. Many have sought to pinpoint its location on modern maps, with theories ranging from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean. Some even suggest that this story might have its roots in real historical events, such as the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete, which experienced a significant volcanic eruption. Consider the works of archaeologists and historians who have ventured into the depths of the ocean. Many expeditions have sought to find tangible evidence of Atlantis, combing through ancient maritime maps and exploring underwater ruins. Speculation has led to the discovery of submerged landscapes that hint at what once may have been thriving civilizations long ago. These pursuits illustrate the unwavering human thirst for knowledge and understanding, a testament to our desire to connect with the past. But Atlantis is more than just a physical place. It has evolved into a metaphor for humanity's relentless quest for progress and the delicate balance between success, and overreaching ambition. Authors and thinkers throughout ages have used Atlantis as a canvas to explore themes of utopia and dystopia, questioning what it means to achieve greatness without losing sight of fundamental virtues. For example, many poets and writers have reflected on the idea of Atlantis as a paradise lost. They ponder how a civilization so advanced could ultimately meet such a tragic fate. This notion resonates deeply with contemporary society, as it poses important questions about sustainability and ethical leadership in our own communities. As we glance towards the future, the story of Atlantis serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to seek wisdom alongside ambition. In various cultures around the world, elements akin to the legend of Atlantis can be found. From the tales of sunken cities in Hindu mythology to the legends of lost civilizations in Native American storytelling, the archetype of a great society, lost to the tides of time, transcends geographical and temporal boundaries. Each version of this story conveys similar themes of loss, learning, and the fragility of human achievement. As we delve deeper into the psychology of the Atlantis legend, it becomes clear how narratives like this fulfill a deep-seated human desire for mystery and wonder. The allure of the unknown beckons us to dream and explore, embracing the impossible. It reminds us that, although we might not possess all the answers, the journey of discovery can be as enriching as any treasure we might find. In entertainment, the legend of Atlantis has inspired numerous films, novels, and games. These adaptations reinvent the narrative, often placing characters in magnificent landscapes filled with mythical creatures. They capture the wonder of discovery while allowing us to engage with the narrative on a personal level. This storytelling enriches our experience and invites us to reflect on our beliefs and values. In conclusion, the story of Atlantis continues to be a powerful narrative that resonates across time and culture. It beckons us to contemplate not only what it means to build a great civilization, but also about the choices we make in our own lives. The search for Atlantis may still be a mystery shrouded in the depths of the ocean, but it serves as a timeless reminder of human potential and the importance of nurturing virtues like humility, wisdom, and stewardship. As we ponder the lessons of Atlantis, we are encouraged to forge our paths with compassion and integrity, honoring the artistry of existence and the journey of life itself. In the heart of medieval England, there exists a curious tale that has puzzled historians and captivated curious minds for centuries. This is the story of the Green Children of Woolpit, a narrative enveloped in mystery and intrigue, steeped in folklore and history. It begins in the 12th century, in the village of Woolpit, located in Suffolk. According to accounts from that time, during the harvest season, some local farmers stumbled upon two children who had emerged from a wolf pit, a large, deep trench that was used for capturing wolves. The farmers were astonished to discover not just any children, but two beings who were unlike any they had encountered before. These children were described as having green skin, wearing strange clothing, and speaking a language that was completely unintelligible to the villagers. As the farmers led the children back to the village, they quickly became the center of attention. Imagine the astonishment of the villagers as they caught sight of this pair of green-skinned children, their eyes wide with both fear and wonder. The girl appeared to be younger than her brother, who seemed more reserved and withdrawn. The children were taken in by a local landowner named Sir Richard de Calne, who realized that this extraordinary occurrence warranted further investigation. The green-skinned children exhibited behaviors that were just as unusual as their appearance. They demonstrated a complete lack of familiarity with the environment around them. Simple actions, such as eating and drinking, were new experiences for them. When first offered food, they turned their noses up at the standard fare, such as bread and ale. Instead, they consumed only raw beans, which were abundant during the harvest season. This selective diet further fascinated the villagers and led to speculation about their origins. As time passed, the children gradually adapted to their new surroundings. They learned to speak English and began to share their story, revealing astonishing details about where they had come from. They spoke of a place that was entirely different from the realm of Woolpit, one characterized by perpetual twilight and a land that lacked sunlight. This land, they described, was inhabited by people who were green-skinned, just like them. It was a world beneath the earth, hidden from human eyes, filled with its own mysteries and wonders. The tale of the green children sparked various theories regarding their origin. Some villagers believed they were the offspring of fairies or extraterrestrial beings, while others posited that they might have been lost children from a nearby realm or even a fantastical land filled with magical creatures. The idea of children appearing from a land of darkness added an enchanting twist to their story. The idea of an underground society instantly captured the imagination of curious listeners, providing fertile ground for speculation. As the narrative circulated throughout the village and eventually beyond, it gained a life of its own. Writers and scholars of the time, intrigued by the strange children, began to document the events, ensuring that the story of the green children of Woolpit would endure through generations. Such accounts were often dramatized or embellished, cultivating a sense of wonder about the peculiar circumstances surrounding the children. One of the most interesting aspects of the children's transformation was the change in their skin color. As they adapted to rural life and consumed a varied diet, their skin gradually lost its green hue. This transition served as a tangible reminder of their extraordinary tale and the mysteries of identity and belonging. Onlookers couldn't help but ponder what had once set them apart from everyone else. Despite the passage of time, the mystery of the green children has not diminished. Historians continue to analyze the accounts, questioning the truth behind their existence. Some suggest that the children may have had a medical condition that caused their unique coloring, such as a deficiency in copper. Others argue that the entire story may have originated from folklore, shaped over time into a narrative that reflects human curiosity and wonder about the unknown. As with many legends, the story of the green children invites us to explore the boundaries between myth and reality. It encourages us to consider how tales can be elevated by the telling, how legends can endure even in the absence of solid evidence. In some ways, the green children of Woolpit are not just a story about unusual appearances, but a reflection of our fascination with the world around us and the mysteries that await discovery. In the end, the children's legacy serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling and how narratives can capture our imagination and shape our understanding of history. Just as the villagers of Woolpit marveled at these green-skinned children, so too do we marvel at the untold stories that linger in the shadows of our own world, waiting to be uncovered. The enigma of the green children invites us to ponder the unknown, to embrace curiosity, and to venture into the realms of imagination, where possibilities are endless and mysteries thrive. In November 1971, the case of D.B. Cooper captured the imagination of the public and has since remained one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. It all began on the afternoon of November 24th, when a man using the alias Dan Cooper boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 in Portland, Oregon. This commercial flight was headed for Seattle, Washington, and scheduled to carry a total of 36 passengers and a crew of 6. D.B. Cooper was described as a middle-aged man, wearing a black suit, white shirt, and a tie. He was calm and collected as he took his seat and ordered a bourbon and 7-Up from the flight attendant. At first, he seemed like any other passenger, but as the flight progressed, his true intentions would soon be revealed. Once the plane was airborne, Cooper handed a note to the flight attendant, stating that he had a bomb. Initially, she dismissed it as a prank, but as he opened his briefcase to reveal something that resembled a bomb, she quickly realized the seriousness of the situation. The note detailed his demands. He wanted $0.000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle for a quick getaway. The airline's crew complied with Cooper's demands, and as the plane circled over Seattle, they were able to gather the money and supplies for him. Cooper was not just looking out for himself. He had a thorough plan. He instructed the crew to keep the passengers on board and assured them that they would not be harmed if his demands were met. To the passengers, the hijacking was unfolding as a bizarre and unbelievable situation. Upon landing in Seattle, the passengers were released as Cooper remained on board with the crew, holding the ransom and preparing for his escape. The hijacker allowed the captain to take off again after the money was handed over. During this takeoff, only a few people remained on the plane: the flight attendants, the pilot, the co-pilot, and Cooper himself. Cooper instructed the remaining crew to fly the plane on a specific flight path with the rear stairs lowered. This allowed him a unique opportunity when it came time to make his escape. Flying at a low altitude and a slow speed, Cooper's daring plan was to jump out of the plane with the money and parachutes. As the flight reached the mountainous region of Washington state, Cooper made his move. It was a rainy and dark night, but he seemed confident. He opened the rear stairway door and jumped into the night, disappearing from sight with the hostages remaining unaware of the gravity of his action. This leap into legend left everyone on board stunned and anxious. After Cooper's departure, the flight crew reported the hijacking and the plane landed safely. As the authorities began their investigation, they discovered no trace of him. The FBI quickly got involved, launching one of the most extensive manhunts in U.S. history. They scoured the rugged terrain of the Pacific Northwest, searching for clues in hopes of finding Cooper or any evidence that could lead to his capture. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged regarding who D.B. Cooper was and what ultimately happened to him. Some believe he might have been a military veteran with skydiving experience, while others speculate he was an experienced criminal. The case was complicated by the fact that there were no conclusive physical descriptions of Cooper, and his true identity remained unknown. The FBI sifted through thousands of tips and testimonials from people claiming to have seen him or know someone who resembled him. However, none led to any arrests or reliable conclusions. Despite their efforts, including thorough investigations and even the use of cutting-edge forensic techniques in later years, the mystery seemed to deepen. One intriguing piece of evidence that emerged occurred in 1980 when an 8-year-old boy discovered a bundle of money along the Columbia River in Washington state. The zero bills, which had serial numbers matching those given to Cooper, reignited interest in the case. It raised questions about whether Cooper had successfully escaped with the cash and buried it, or whether it was simply part of the loot he had carried with him. Throughout the years, many names have been thrown into the mix as potential suspects. Some of these individuals were investigated, but none were definitively linked to the famous hijack. In 2016, the FBI officially closed its investigation, concluding that the case was a true enigma, a successful hijacker who disappeared without a trace. Yet, the legend of D.B. Cooper lives on. The case has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a feature film. It has become a part of pop culture, representing the ultimate rogue outlaw myth. The combination of daring criminality and the mystery of his fate appeals to our imagination, making us ponder what really happened that night. As time goes on, the mystery of D.B. Cooper still invites intrigue and discussion. Those fascinated by unsolved cases often find themselves drawn to his legend, constantly seeking new clues and perspectives. Could there still be someone out there who knows what happened? Perhaps D.B. Cooper merely intended to make a statement about freedom and the audacity of a well-planned heist. Or maybe he is just another ghost of history, vanishing like smoke in the wind. The story continues to remind us that there are moments in life that defy explanation. The mystery of D.B. Cooper raises questions about courage, cleverness, and the ultimate consequence of taking a leap into the unknown. Even decades later, he remains an icon of intrigue and curiosity, a symbol of the unsolvable mysteries that beckon us to explore further into the shadows of the past. In December 1948, an eerie discovery was made on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. A body was found on the sand, sparking intrigue and mystery that continues to baffle experts and amateur sleuths alike. This individual is now known as the Somerton Man, and his case is filled with cryptic clues, unanswered questions, and a sense of the unknown that has captivated the interest of many. The story begins with the initial discovery of the man's body, which was lying on the beach in a position that suggested he might have been resting. What made this case truly astonishing was the lack of identification. The man was dressed in a neatly pressed suit, yet there were no tags or labels on his clothing. This peculiarity raised immediate questions about his identity and how he ended up on that particular stretch of sand. As investigators began to delve into the details, they noticed a few odd elements surrounding the deceased. For instance, he had no visible means of identification, no wallet, no papers, and no belongings that could provide insights into who he was. Furthermore, the manner of his death was shrouded in mystery. An autopsy concluded that he had likely passed away due to unknown causes, leaving behind more perplexities than answers. As authorities continued their investigation, they stumbled upon a small piece of paper found in a hidden compartment of the man's pants. The paper contained the words "Tamam shud," which is Persian for ended or finished. This simple phrase hinted at something far deeper and led them to a copy of a book of Persian poetry known as the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. The book was discovered in the glove compartment of a nearby car that was linked to the man's demise. Inside the book, there was a code, a series of letters and numbers that have intrigued cryptographers, scholars, and mystery enthusiasts for decades. Among the notes found with the book were cryptic messages and what seemed to be a secret code. This sparked massive public interest and drew the involvement of codebreakers who attempted to decipher the meaning behind these curious symbols. While many theories emerged over the years, none provided definitive clarity on their significance or purpose. As the investigation progressed, some people wondered whether this man was a spy or involved in a clandestine operation. Given historical context, the time period of the late 1940s was rife with intrigue and espionage, particularly in the wake of World War II. Some theories even suggested that this man had connections to foreign nations, or may have been involved in international affairs that ultimately led to his mysterious death. Numerous leads were pursued, each yielding little to no information about the man's identity. Some individuals came forward claiming connections to the deceased, but these claims often led to more questions than answers. As each potential clue was evaluated, the case seemed to grow ever more intricate, pulling in theories and speculations that ranged from the plausible to the bizarre. Several years passed, and the Somerton Man remained an enigma. His story drew public fascination, inspiring countless articles, documentaries, and even fictional adaptations. Researchers and amateur detectives alike dedicated time to unravel his mystery, hoping to piece together a narrative that explains who this man was and why he met such an untimely end. In recent times, advances in technology have opened new avenues for exploration. Genetic genealogy has emerged as a powerful tool in solving cold cases, leading to hopes of identifying the Somerton Man once and for all. Experts began analyzing DNA samples from the body, which could eventually lead to finding living relatives and revealing new details about his background. The enigmatic figure found years ago on Somerton Beach serves as a haunting reminder of the countless stories hidden within human experience. The case continues to captivate all who hear it, raising timeless questions about identity, loss, and the mysteries that linger just beyond our understanding. Perhaps it is this very sense of the unknown that keeps the tale of the Somerton Man alive, as generations contemplate how one man could leave behind such an intricate puzzle filled with riddles and unsolved mysteries. As our society grows and evolves, the innermost curiosities often glide alongside our everyday lives. The Somerton Man stands as a symbol of those enduring uncertainties. This case compels us to ponder about the lives of the unknown among us, inviting reflection on who they might have been and the secrets they carried within them. Each new theory, each attempt at decoding, leads us deeper into a narrative woven with threads of intrigue, history, and the quintessential search for truth. In conclusion, the story of the Somerton Man is not merely a tale of an unidentified corpse found on a beach. It is a chronicle of all the paths and narratives that connect humanity. It challenges us to embrace the mysteries that surround the lives of others and reflects on our innate desire to make sense of the unknown. As we seek to illuminate the shadows of history, we can only hope that, one day, the Somerton Man's story will reach its long-awaited conclusion. But until then, we continue to explore, question, and search for answers in the traces left behind by a stranger who has become so much more than just a single man lost to time. In the heart of California's Death Valley, a phenomenon has captivated the imagination of scientists and adventurers alike. Here, amidst the vast expanse of arid land, rocks seem to defy the laws of nature, moving silently across the desert floor. These unique geological formations, known as the sailing stones, carry with them an air of mystery that has sparked numerous theories and investigations, inviting us to explore their enchanting tale. Imagine walking through the dry, cracked landscape of the racetrack playa, a flat expanse of mud and rock that lies hidden within Death Valley National Park. As you wander this desolate stretch, your attention is drawn to the peculiar sight of certain stones, varying in size and shape, leaving distinct trails in their wake. These trails stretch out as if the stones were gliding or sailing effortlessly across the surface, yet no one has witnessed them in motion. This striking visual captures the wonder of a natural world filled with secrets, prompting questions about how these stones navigate their surroundings. For years, scientists have speculated on the mechanisms behind this bizarre movement. One of the leading theories involves a unique combination of environmental factors that includes ice, water, and wind. During the winter months, the playa can experience nighttime temperatures that drop below freezing. Overnight, a thin layer of ice forms on the surface of the mud, encasing the stones in a frozen embrace. As the sun rises and begins to warm the earth, the ice melts, but not all at once. This melting creates conditions where the stones are able to shift slightly, aided by a gentle breeze. Picture this. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the ice begins to break apart, releasing its grip on the stones. The lightest gust of wind, barely detectable, nudges these heavy objects into motion. Moving ever so slowly, the stones can slip along the surface, carving their trail in the mud below. The subtle interplay of ice and wind orchestrates a stunning natural ballet, where rocks become dancers in a performance that is both silent and awe-inspiring. Though the sailing stones sparkle with intrigue, their existence raises additional questions about the interactions within their environment. The geologic processes that shaped the racetrack playa contribute to a unique ecosystem where life has adapted to thrive in such an inhospitable setting. From resilient plants that manage to sprout in the sparse soil to the desert-dwelling animals that navigate these landscapes, each organism plays a role in sustaining life. The interconnectedness of nature serves as a reminder of how complex even the most seemingly barren environments can be. Beyond this scientific exploration, the sailing stones also inspire a sense of adventure and intrigue in those who visit. Travelers from all corners of the globe embark on journeys to marvel at this extraordinary spectacle. The setting sun casts golden hues across the rugged terrain, creating a breathtaking backdrop as visitors trek across the playa, searching for the stones and their enigmatic trails. As they stand in awe, they partake in a story that has unfolded over millennia, one that speaks to the power of nature to astound and inspire. While we may never fully understand the exact mechanics behind the sailing stones, they serve as a beautiful reminder of the mysteries that our planet has yet to reveal. Each rock's trail is a testament to the forces at play, an invitation to contemplate the wonders of our world. In a landscape where the weathered rocks persist in silence, we find ourselves drawn into the narrative etched into the ground, beckoning us to ponder the unseen hands that guide them on their journey. These stones, seemingly alive in their movements, challenge our understanding of the natural world. They illustrate the beauty of observation and inquiry, inspiring future generations to seek answers to the mysteries that surround us. Perhaps it is this very allure that keeps us enchanted, that reminds us that even in a landscape as stark as Death Valley, there lies an extraordinary story waiting to be told. In moments of quiet reflection, we can appreciate how such wonders exist not only in far-flung corners of the earth, but also within our own lives. The sailing stones encourage us to question the familiar, to embrace curiosity, and to seek out the extraordinary in the everyday. They prompt a sense of adventure that transcends beyond the physical journey to the playa, weaving into the very fabric of existence itself. As we ponder this mesmerizing natural phenomenon, let us carry with us the spirit of exploration and the desire to connect with the world around us. Just as the rocks glide over the ancient earth, may we find our own paths in life, shaped by the forces of nature and the stories we create along the way. With each step forward, much like the stones, we leave behind traces of our experiences, reminding others of our journey through this wondrous realm. In the heart of the Scottish Highlands lies a deep and mysterious body of water known as Loch Ness. This expansive lake is not just known for its stunning landscapes and serene beauty, but also for the tales of a legendary creature thought to inhabit its depths. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster, often affectionately referred to as Nessie, has captivated imaginations for generations, sparking curiosity, intrigue, and countless theories about its existence. The story of Nessie dates back to ancient times. The earliest written reference appeared in an account from the 6th century, written by St. Columba, who described an encounter with a large beast in the loch. According to the tale, Columba was traveling with companions when he spotted a creature emerging from the water and instinctively ordered his men to swim to the opposite shore. He then invoked the power of God, and the creature retreated, leaving behind a ripple of mystery that would linger for centuries. While that account was nearly 1,500 years ago, reports of sightings have continued into modern times. The most famous photograph, known as the surgeon's photo, was taken in 1934 and purportedly shows a large, serpent-like creature in the loch's murky waters. The image fueled excitement and interest, capturing national headlines. It wasn't until decades later that it was revealed to be a hoax, but by then, Nessie's legend had already taken root in popular culture. Over the years, countless individuals have claimed to have spotted Nessie. Some describe it as a large, gray or black creature that resembles a dinosaur, while others suggest it might be a giant eel or large fish. Witnesses have reported seeing a long neck protruding above the water, accompanied by ripples and swells as it moves about the lake. Each sighting adds to the allure, though many have questioned the credibility of these reports or attribute them to misidentifications of natural phenomena. In addition to eyewitness accounts, the search for Nessie has inspired various scientific investigations. In 2003, a team of researchers conducted a prestigious study of Loch Ness waters, collecting samples to analyze the DNA present. They discovered a variety of species, including eel DNA, but found no evidence to suggest a creature resembling Nessie. This scientific exploration underscores that while intrigue remains high, the evidence does not necessarily support the existence of such a creature. Despite the findings of researchers, the mystique surrounding Nessie remains alive and well. The loch itself is striking and atmospheric, drawing visitors who hope to glimpse its elusive inhabitant. The scenic beauty of Loch Ness, with its dark waters reflecting the surrounding hills, creates a perfect setting for storytelling. Many locals embrace the legend, offering boat tours and souvenir shops dedicated to all things Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster represents much more than just a fantastical creature lurking in the loch. It symbolizes human curiosity and the desire to believe in the unknown. The idea of undiscovered creatures or ancient beings captures the imagination, leading us to ponder the mysteries still hidden in uncharted territories. The legend of Nessie continues to inspire books, documentaries, and movies that explore the intersection of reality and myth. Furthermore, Nessie has become a cultural icon, contributing to tourism in the Scottish Highlands. Thousands of visitors flock to the area each year, drawn not only by the beauty of nature, but also by the thrill of the chase. Families stroll along the shores of Loch Ness, and children excitedly scan the waters with binoculars, hoping to catch a glimpse of the mythical creature. The sentiment resonates deeply, as a shared belief in the extraordinary binds people together. Interestingly, the popularity of Nessie has shifted throughout the years, sometimes declining as new legends arise, or as scientific advances give explanations for mysterious phenomena. Yet, the essence of the Loch Ness Monster as a symbol of mystery endures, reminding us that the world might hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. In many ways, the legend of the Loch Ness Monster invites us to embrace a sense of wonder and imagination in our lives. While science can explain many aspects of our world, it often cannot touch the deeper curiosity that fuels legends like Nessie's. The thrill lies in the exploration, the excitement of possibility, and the stories that weave through generations. Modern media continue to keep Nessie's spirit alive, with documentaries and articles probing the ongoing fascination. Social media is abuzz with discussions and purported sightings, showcasing people's ever-evolving engagement with the legend. Whether one is a skeptic or a believer, the story of the Loch Ness Monster offers a delightful diversion from daily life. Moreover, the Loch Ness Monster transcends mere folklore. It represents a blend of culture, history, and geography. From ancient Celtic mythology to contemporary tales, Nessie embodies the rich tapestry of Scotland's heritage. As stories about the creature circulate, they highlight the local culture and enhance the already rich narrative of the Scottish landscape. As the sun sets over Loch Ness and the waters calm, one cannot help but feel an air of magic in the surroundings. The rugged hills, the whisper of the wind, and the gentle lapping of waves evoke a sense of timelessness. Each visit holds the promise of new discoveries and ancient tales, reminding all who venture near that the legend of Nessie will endure, woven into the essence of Loch Ness itself. The Bermuda Triangle is a mysterious region located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. It is roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. This area has become famous for the numerous ships and aircraft that have disappeared under enigmatic circumstances. Since the early 20th century, the Bermuda Triangle has captured the imagination of scientists, historians, and adventure seekers alike, sparking endless theories and a touch of fear. One of the most compelling stories related to the Bermuda Triangle centers around Flight 19, a group of 5 Navy planes that disappeared during a training flight in December 1945. The planes, led by a seasoned pilot, encountered strange navigational problems. What initially seemed like a routine mission turned into an alarming incident. As the planes flew over the triangle, they famously reported that their compasses were malfunctioning, leading them to become disoriented. The last transmission indicated they were lost. Despite extensive search efforts, no wreckage was found, amplifying the enigma surrounding the area. Adding intrigue to the Bermuda Triangle narrative, several other notable disappearances have fueled speculation over the years. The USS Cyclops, a Navy cargo ship, vanished in March 1918 while en route from Barbados to the United States. Despite being one of the largest naval vessels at the time, no trace of the ship or its crew of more than 300 was ever discovered, deepening the mystery. The ship's disappearance has prompted various theories, ranging from storms and navigational errors to more obscure explanations involving supernatural forces. Beyond ships, aircraft have also become a notable chapter in the Triangle's tale. One such incident involves a plane that vanished in 1948 during a routine flight from San Juan, Puerto Rico, to Florida. It was reported that the aircraft encountered sudden turbulence and subsequently disappeared without a trace. Investigations yielded no clues, leaving aviation experts puzzled over what might have occurred in the unpredictable skies of the Bermuda Triangle. The stories of the Bermuda Triangle do not end there. In 1911, a yacht named the Marine Sulphur Queen disappeared, taking its crew of 39 with it. Reports suggested that the vessel was seen entering the triangle before vanishing entirely. Speculation arose about a possible explosion aboard the ship or a capsizing, but no definitive answers have emerged. As with many incidents in the Triangle, the lack of evidence fueled wild theories, including claims of alien involvement or underwater earthquakes. One particularly intriguing aspect of the Bermuda Triangle is the environmental and climatic factors that could play a role in these disappearances. The region is known for its unpredictable weather patterns. Powerful storms can develop rapidly, and the area is prone to sudden squalls that can create treacherous conditions for even the most seasoned seafarers and pilots. The Gulf Stream, a major ocean current, also flows through the Bermuda Triangle. This swift current can quickly carry debris far away from the site of a sinking vessel or crash, making recovery efforts nearly impossible. Despite the numerous incidents and much speculation, many scientists emphasize that the number of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle does not significantly differ from any other heavily traveled region of the ocean. They point out that human error, mechanical failure, and natural disasters contribute significantly to maritime and aviation incidents worldwide. Researchers have studied the triangle extensively, focusing on the interplay of geography, weather, and human factors. Even so, the allure of the supernatural and the unknown continues to grip popular imagination. Over the years, the Bermuda Triangle has inspired countless documentaries, books, and films. It has become a cultural phenomenon that embodies the spirit of adventure and the thrill of the unexplained. People are drawn to the stories of mystery, believing that they may reveal the secrets of the sea and the skies. Whether it's about searching for lost treasure, unraveling the truth behind these mysterious disappearances, or pondering the happenings in the Triangle, the intrigue remains an ongoing part of our collective fascination. In an age where rational explanations are sought after, the Bermuda Triangle continues to thrive as a topic of debate. People seek to understand the balance of science and folklore, hoping to discover a rational explanation for events that seem to defy logic. Modern technology has improved navigation and weather forecasting, leading to safer travel for ships and airplanes. However, the nostalgic stories of those who ventured through the Bermuda Triangle and did not return still echo in the imaginations of adventurers and curious minds. As you think about the stories and incidents that have happened in this enigmatic region, consider how human courage in the face of the unknown often shines. The tales of those who explored these mysterious waters remind us of the bravery exhibited by those willing to navigate the uncharted. So as you delve deeper into the narrative surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, remember that sometimes the most intriguing tales stem from the mysteries of our world, waiting to be discovered and understood. In the heart of Los Angeles, in the year 1947, a mystery unfolded that would capture the attention of the nation and become one of the most infamous unsolved cases in American history. This is the story of Elizabeth Short, a young woman whose life ended tragically and whose death has continued to haunt the imaginations of countless people for decades. Elizabeth Short was born on July 29, 1924, in Hyde Park, Massachusetts. She lived a somewhat nomadic life, moving from Massachusetts to California in pursuit of her dreams. With her striking looks and charismatic presence, she became a fixture in the Los Angeles social scene. But behind the glamorous facade lay a life filled with struggles and heartache. Elizabeth was often referred to as the Black Dahlia, a nickname that was coined by the media after her tragic death. It was rumored that she favored wearing black clothing and had a penchant for Hollywood glamour, which contributed to the allure of the name. Yet it was the dark circumstances surrounding her demise that would forever link her to this haunting title. On the morning of January 15, 1947, Elizabeth Short's body was discovered in a vacant lot in the Leimert Park neighborhood of Los Angeles. The scene was gruesome and shocking. Her body had been meticulously cut in half, and there were numerous mutilations, leaving investigators and the public horrified. The gruesome nature of the crime was matched only by the chilling precision with which it had been executed. She was posed in a manner that seemed almost theatrical, a macabre spectacle that would draw the eyes of curious onlookers and journalists alike. The media frenzy surrounding her death was immediate. Newspapers across the country splashed headlines about the Black Dahlia murder, and reporters descended on Los Angeles, each vying to be the first to uncover the truth. Elizabeth's story captivated the nation, but it also painted a disturbing picture of the city's dark underbelly, shedding light on issues like misogyny, violence, and the treatment of women in society. As detectives embarked on their investigation, they soon encountered a myriad of leads, tips, and a veritable chaos of false accusations. Each piece of evidence seemed to lead to a new dead end. Witnesses came forward, claiming to have seen Elizabeth in the days leading up to her death, while numerous individuals confessed to the crime, only to later recant. The police conducted exhaustive interviews, but the truth eluded them at every turn. One of the most baffling aspects of the case was the involvement of journalists and the public in the unfolding drama. Many people felt a sense of connection to Elizabeth, and some became amateur sleuths, eager to piece together the puzzle. The case drew the attention of famous figures of the time, including celebrities and local politicians, and theories about who might have committed the crime began to circulate wildly. Over the years, numerous suspects emerged, from a local physician to a prominent businessman. Each theory held its own set of compelling evidence, and yet none could be definitively proven. The lack of forensic technology at the time also hampered the investigation, leading to frustrations on the part of the detectives. The legacy of Elizabeth Short has continued long after her tragic death. Numerous films and documentaries have been made about her story, each attempting to unravel the mystery that continues to perplex both experts and enthusiasts alike. Writers and historians have dissected her life and the events surrounding her murder, spawning countless books and articles that delve into the details. Even decades after her death, the fascination with Elizabeth Short and the Black Dahlia murder shows no signs of waning. Many theories have arisen, proposing various scenarios that could explain the events leading up to her demise. Some suggest that she was the victim of a deranged killer, while others entertain the possibility of a more sinister conspiracy. The case has inspired countless discussions, explorations, and fictional works, as people grapple with the questions that remain unanswered. The emotional impact of Elizabeth Short's murder extends beyond her tragic end. It prompts reflections on gender, society, and the portrayal of women in the media. The case has become emblematic of a society that was, and often still is, fascinated by violence and tragedy. In the years following her death, the Black Dahlia case has achieved a sort of mythical status. It represents not only a solved crime, but also the fears and anxieties of a society that grapples with issues of safety and morality. Elizabeth Short's life and death serve as a reminder of the fragility of life, the perception of beauty, and the horrors that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most glamorous facades. As the decades go on, the mystery of Elizabeth Short continues to be a conversation piece. Various methods of genealogical research and advancements in forensic technology have led some to believe that new developments could arise that might shed light on the case. Yet, despite the passage of time, the enigmatic figure of the Black Dahlia remains locked in a shadowy past, a haunting presence in the narrative of crime and punishment. So, as we contemplate the life and tragic end of Elizabeth Short, we must consider the impact of her story on our culture. The Black Dahlia murder mystery is not just a tale of a young woman's violent end. It represents a crossroads of intrigue, where art, media, societal values, and the darkness of the human psyche converge. Elizabeth Short may rest in peace, but her story endures, forever immortalized in the annals of American history. Area 51 is a mysterious military base located in the Nevada desert, surrounded by countless legends and theories about extraterrestrial life. This secretive facility has long been the subject of fascination for enthusiasts of science fiction, conspiracy theories, and anyone curious about what lies beyond our planet. The allure of Area 51 primarily stems from its reclusive nature and the government's reluctance to share details about its operations. The origins of the intrigue surrounding Area 51 can be traced back to the 1950s during the height of the Cold War. The U.S. government needed a site for testing advanced aircraft, and the isolated location of Area 51 made it an ideal choice. Initially dubbed Paradise Ranch, Area 51 was heavily monitored and protected, making it perfect for conducting experiments away from prying eyes. The secrecy surrounding the base soon gave birth to numerous rumors and theories, particularly concerning alien technology and encounters. One of the earliest and most famous tales involves the alleged crash of a UFO in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. According to many, the debris from this crash was transported to Area 51 for analysis and reverse engineering. This event sparked widespread interest in the concept of extraterrestrial visitors and set the stage for many other allegations regarding alien research at the base. Proponents of this theory believe that the U.S. government recovered alien spacecraft and even corpses, which were then studied in secret. Various accounts of UFO sightings near Area 51 have further fueled these theories. Witnesses have reported seeing strange lights in the sky, unusual aircraft flying at high speeds, and even shapes that do not conform to any known vehicles. These sightings have led to speculation that the base is home to advanced aviation technologies, which some suspect may have originated from extraterrestrial sources. The juxtaposition of classified military research and the possibility of alien technology keeps the mystery alive. Another aspect that contributes to the fascination is the military's strict control over the airspace surrounding Area 51. It is a restricted zone where unauthorized flying is not permitted. This exclusivity plays into the idea that the government has something to hide, spurring public imagination. People often ask what could be hidden behind the gates of this isolated base, where commercial airlines carefully reroute their flights to avoid it. The secrecy of Area 51 also leads to creative theories regarding alien species and their intentions. Some enthusiasts speculate about specific alien races, theorizing about their missions, technologies, and even interactions with humans. For example, theories abound about the Greys, a type of alien often described as having slender bodies and large heads. Some believe these beings might be collaborating with the government to share technology or to study human behavior. Others fear the implications, pondering whether such beings could pose a threat to humanity. In more recent years, individuals claiming to be whistleblowers have surfaced, providing alleged inside information about what really happens inside Area 51. Some of these former military personnel describe top-secret projects involving advanced aircraft and technologies that are light years ahead of what is publicly known. They tell stories of extraordinary breakthroughs in propulsion and energy systems that could revolutionize air travel and potentially lead to advances in space exploration. In addition to discussing the possibility of alien technology, some people theorize about government cover-ups and conspiracies. They believe that the existence of UFOs may be acknowledged privately by officials, but is kept from the public for reasons of national security or to prevent mass panic. This line of thinking suggests that Area 51 serves not only as a testing ground for military aircraft, but also as a sanctuary for surviving alien technology that could fundamentally alter our understanding of physics and the universe. The concept of secret agreements between the government and extraterrestrial beings has also captured the imagination of many. According to some theories, there may have been negotiations for technology exchange between humans and aliens. In this view, advanced technology from other worlds might hold the key to resolving major problems on Earth, like energy crises or environmental challenges, but at a cost that remains undisclosed. Documentaries, books, and even films have further popularized these theories, painting Area 51 as a site of incredible mystery. Pop culture has played a crucial role in shaping our perceptions of this secretive base, making it synonymous with extraterrestrial speculation. Films featuring government conspiracies and alien encounters often amplify the intrigue, prompting more individuals to explore these ideas and their implications. Not everyone buys into the stories surrounding Area 51. Skeptics argue that the commotion surrounding the base is largely generated by misunderstandings, coincidence, and the human propensity for conspiracy thinking. They propose that the sightings and alleged incidents are simply misidentified military aircraft or natural phenomena. This perspective suggests that while Area 51 may indeed be engaged in classified projects, the tales of aliens and flying saucers are exaggerated or entirely imaginary. As technology advances and the world becomes increasingly interconnected, discussions around Area 51 and the potential for alien life continue to evolve. Space exploration missions have revealed molecules that could sustain life on other planets, reigniting questions about our place in the cosmos. The prospect of discovering extraterrestrial life remains one of humanity's greatest ambitions, and Area 51, whether real or fictional, serves as a symbol of that quest. Ultimately, the intrigue surrounding Area 51 and its supposed alien connections speaks to our innate curiosity about the universe. Humans have always looked to the stars and wondered what lies beyond our understanding. The mysteries of Area 51 embody our desire to explore, discover, and perhaps find evidence of life beyond our planet. Whether one believes in the folklore or not, the stories surrounding this iconic location contribute to a rich tapestry of speculation that encourages us to look up, dream big, and keep questioning what we think we know about our universe. In the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a series of mysterious events unfolded during the 1960s that would spark intrigue, fear, and fascination for decades to come. The creature at the center of these encounters became known as Mothman, an enigmatic figure that would cement its place in American folklore. The tale begins in 1966 when two young couples, while driving near an abandoned wartime factory just outside of Point Pleasant, reported a terrifying sighting. They claimed a large winged creature with glowing red eyes chased their vehicle at high speed. What caught their attention was not just the creature's size, but its unsettling presence. This episode marked the start of numerous sightings, capturing the interest of both locals and the media. Mothman is often described as a humanoid figure with enormous wings and an uncanny resemblance to a man, with features that evoke a sense of unease. Witnesses recounted stories varying from shadowy figures lurking in the woods to vivid encounters where this creature appeared unexpectedly, often leading to feelings of dread among those who came face to face with it. The next few months would see a series of reports, with witnesses ranging from regular townsfolk to respected members of the community. One of the most notable accounts came from a man named Newell Partridge, who claimed that he encountered Mothman while out at night near his home. Partridge described a scenario where he was drawn to an unusual sound, which he later described as a low-frequency humming. After that, he looked out to see two glowing eyes staring back at him from the darkness. The experience left him shaken, contributing to the growing legend surrounding Mothman. The peak of these sightings coincided with a dark time in Point Pleasant's history. In December 1967, the Silver Bridge, which connected Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio, tragically collapsed during rush hour, leading to the deaths of 46 people. Many locals began to connect Mothman's sightings with this disaster, believing that the creature had been a harbinger of misfortune. Stories of Mothman became intertwined with local lore, as residents shared tales of their experiences alongside fears of what the future could hold. In the wake of the bridge collapse, interest in Mothman surged. Researchers and enthusiasts flocked to Point Pleasant to investigate the phenomenon, hoping to uncover evidence of the creature or to piece together its symbolism. Between these explorations and the growing media attention, the legend of Mothman took on a life of its own. People began to share theories about Mothman's origins. Some believed he was an alien being or a product of man's meddling with nature, while others suggested he was a forgotten spirit, warning the townsfolk of impending danger. Despite the various interpretations, Mothman became a mythic figure emblematic of the peculiar and unknowable aspects of our world. Over the years, researchers have documented countless sightings and anecdotes, creating a rich tapestry of urban legend. Each encounter added complexity to the Mothman narrative, prompting further fascination and inquiry into the paranormal. In time, Point Pleasant embraced its legendary creature, creating the Mothman Festival to celebrate its title as the home of this mysterious being. The festival has grown over the years, attracting thousands of visitors interested in the strange happenings of the 1960s. It features activities like live music, local crafts, and even a Mothman statue that serves as a quirky landmark for visitors. This event not only revitalizes interest in Mothman, but also fosters a sense of community, as residents share their own stories and partake in the celebration of their town's enigmatic past. Mothman sightings have continued into recent years, with individuals from various parts of the country claiming to have had their own encounters. These stories often vary, but typically include the characteristics established during the initial wave of sightings. Eyewitness accounts describe an overwhelming feeling of being watched, unexplained sensations, and sightings of an enigmatic figure soaring through the night sky, its wingspan stretching wide against the moonlight. The enduring nature of the Mothman legend raises intriguing questions about the interplay between folklore, technology, and human experience. As new technologies emerge, capturing images and videos of unexplained phenomena has become increasingly common. Each new sighting is scrutinized, dissected, and shared across various platforms, drawing interest from skeptics and believers alike. This modern age of digital storytelling has transformed how legends are created and perceived, breathing new life into age-old myths. Mothman serves as a reminder that there are many mysteries in our world we may not fully understand. While some dismiss the creature as mere myth, others contend that the phenomenon speaks to a deeper truth about humanity's relationship with the unknown. Whether seen as a symbol of hope or a harbinger of doom, Mothman has transcended its origins, becoming a cultural icon that captures the imaginations of people from all walks of life. As you wander through the annals of American folklore, the tale of Mothman is a fascinating segment, filled with chilling stories that challenge perceptions of reality. The events in Point Pleasant remind us that sometimes the most extraordinary stories can emerge from the most ordinary places, inviting both awe and a touch of fear into our understanding of the world. Perhaps, in contemplating these legends, we explore not only the mysteries of the creatures that may inhabit our skies, but also the mysteries of our own hearts and minds. In that quest for understanding, we may find more than just tales of Mothman. We find reflections of our own hopes, fears, and the endless curiosity that drives us to seek the unknown. The universe is a vast expanse filled with billions of galaxies, each containing millions or even billions of stars. With such staggering numbers, the question arises, where is everyone? This inquiry forms the foundation of what is known as the Fermi paradox, named after the physicist Enrico Fermi. The paradox presents a fascinating contradiction. On one hand, the universe is incredibly old and vast, offering ample time and space for extraterrestrial civilizations to emerge. On the other hand, despite the seemingly high probability of intelligent life existing elsewhere, we have yet to find any concrete evidence of such civilizations. Let's delve into the essence of the Fermi paradox. To begin, consider the sheer number of stars in our galaxy alone. There are more than 200 billion of them. Many of these stars have planets orbiting them, and a significant portion of those planets are in what is known as the habitable zone, a region where conditions might be right for life as we understand it. This zone is where a planet could maintain liquid water, a critical ingredient for life. Given these astronomical figures, statistical estimates suggest that there could be millions of planets in our galaxy alone that could potentially host intelligent life. Yet, despite the probabilities, we have no conclusive evidence of extraterrestrial life forms. Astronomers have been searching our cosmic neighborhood for signs of civilization through various methods, such as the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI. They listen for signals from distant stars, but so far, silence prevails. This silence is at the heart of the paradox and raises deeper questions about the universe and our understanding of life itself. One explanation for the paradox is that while intelligent life might have emerged in various forms across the universe, it may be incredibly rare. The conditions required for life to develop could be so unique and specific that even a hint of intelligent civilization becomes an anomaly. Perhaps the myriad chances of life emerging in different forms have resulted in short-lived civilizations, extinguished by natural disasters, wars, or other self-imposed catastrophes before they could communicate with one another. Another possibility lies in the idea of the Great Filter, which suggests there are significant barriers that prevent intelligent life from advancing to a stage where they could communicate across interstellar distances. These barriers could occur at any point in a civilization's development. For example, the leap from single-celled organisms to complex life, or the transition from simple technology to advanced spacefaring capabilities. If this great filter exists behind us, it could mean life is indeed common, but intelligent civilizations tend to obliterate themselves before they can reach out. Conversely, if the great filter is ahead of us, it implies that we might face challenges so daunting that we will not survive long enough to travel among the stars. Alternatively, the paradox helps us reevaluate our place in the universe. It raises intriguing philosophical questions about the nature of intelligence and existence. Is it possible that we are alone in our level of consciousness? In some scenarios, advanced civilizations could exist, but their forms of communication or modes of existence are so different from ours that we fail to recognize any signals they might be sending. Furthermore, it's important to consider the potential for civilizations that exist for only a short duration in the grand timescales of the cosmos. The lifespan of any technological civilization might be shorter than the time it takes for signals to traverse the immense distances of space. Radio signals, for example, travel at the speed of light, meaning that even if a civilization were broadcasting signals for a few hundred years, they may not reach us across the light years until millennia later. Another fascinating angle to explore is the concept of deliberate non-interference. Some theories posit that advanced civilizations may choose not to communicate or reveal their presence to lower, developing civilizations such as ours. This notion invokes the ethics of interference in the natural progression of other intelligent life. Much like a prime directive in science fiction, advanced races might prioritize observing rather than interacting, allowing civilizations to develop without external influence. There's also the idea that we may not be asking the right questions. Our search for extraterrestrial intelligence is guided by our experiences and understanding of life on Earth. If life exists in forms that are fundamentally alien to us, it may be completely different in its expressions and communications. Imagine forms of consciousness that do not rely on auditory signals or visual light. Perhaps they communicate through biochemical means or by manipulating the environment in ways we don't yet comprehend. While pondering these concepts, one must also consider our own limitations as we gaze out into the cosmos. The tools we use to explore and understand are a reflection of our own technological advancements. As our capabilities grow, so too do our prospects for discovering potential extraterrestrial neighbors. Each year, we uncover more celestial bodies and expand our catalog of potential habitable worlds. We've also sent probes and signals into the vastness of space, launching a message in a bottle into a cosmic ocean of possibilities. Each effort represents a step toward bridging the gap between us and the unknown. The hope is that one day, perhaps even within the next century, we might discover direct evidence of life beyond our planet. The Fermi paradox remains an open-ended question, a line of inquiry that invites reflection on humanity's aspirations, our understanding of existence, and our quest for connection beyond our tiny blue planet. As we continue to probe the mysteries of the universe, we are also compelled to look within ourselves, to understand what it means to be a part of this grand tapestry of existence. So the next time you gaze up at the starry sky, remember that each twinkling star is a potential sun, possibly cradling planets where life might thrive. The silence we experience in the search for extraterrestrial life is not an end, but rather an invitation to explore, to ponder, and to reach for the stars. We are the questioners, seeking to unravel the enigma of the cosmos, and perhaps, in that pursuit, we will someday illuminate the darkness that surrounds us. Stonehenge is one of the most iconic prehistoric structures in the world, captivating visitors with its impressive stone circle and deep historical significance. Located in Wiltshire, England, this ancient monument has puzzled historians, archaeologists, and curious minds for centuries. What were its builders trying to achieve? And how did they construct such a remarkable feat with the limited technology of their time? The construction of Stonehenge dates back to around 3000 BC, during the Neolithic period, a time when humans were transitioning from nomadic lifestyles to more settled agricultural societies. The site we see today is the result of several stages of construction and modification over a long period. Initially, the area was simply a circular ditch surrounded by a bank, created by digging into the earth and depositing the soil to form a raised boundary. This aspect alone showcases the considerable effort and community cooperation that went into the project from its inception. What makes Stonehenge truly fascinating is its stones. The monument comprises two types of stones, the larger sarsen stones and the smaller blue stones. The sarsens, which weigh an impressive average of 25 tons each, are sandstone blocks that originate from the nearby Marlborough Downs. The blue stones, on the other hand, are a different story. They were transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, located nearly 200 miles away, raising questions about how these ancient builders could achieve such a monumental feat. One popular theory suggests that the builders used a combination of sledges and logs to transport these massive stones across land. By placing the stones on sledges and using manpower, they could drag them over the terrain. Additionally, the marshy landscape would have provided a natural advantage. By wetting the ground, they could create a slippery surface, making it easier to slide the sledges along. This understanding of leveraging natural resources reflects the ingenuity of the time. Then there is the question of the methods used to raise these great stones into place. Various theories abound, but many agree that a system of ramps and levers was likely used. Workers may have constructed earth mounds or ramps on which they could place the stones, gradually raising them to the desired height. It would have taken immense manpower and coordination, highlighting the incredible community effort required to build such a monument. Another intriguing aspect of Stonehenge is its alignment with astronomical events. When the monument was built, it was meticulously positioned to align with the sun's movements, particularly the solstices. During the summer solstice, the rising sun casts a beautiful silhouette of the stones against the dawn sky, attracting thousands of visitors each year who gather to witness this awe-inspiring event. This alignment suggests that Stonehenge held a significant cultural and perhaps spiritual meaning for its builders, allowing them to mark time and perhaps to connect their earthly existence with the cosmos. The purpose behind constructing Stonehenge remains a topic ripe for exploration. Many theories suggest it served as a ceremonial site or a gathering place for ancient rituals. The presence of burial mounds in the surrounding areas reinforces the idea that Stonehenge might have had a connection to death in the afterlife. It is believed that the site could have been a sacred place where the living honored their ancestors or engaged in community gatherings. Additionally, the layout of Stonehenge does not seem entirely random. The Neolithic people were beginning to understand the movements of the moon, sun, and stars, and it is likely they were trying to create a monument that reflected this understanding. The very construction process itself may have represented their beliefs, reflecting a desire to connect with the divine or the cycles of nature. While the exact reasons are still shrouded in mystery, ongoing archaeological discoveries continue to unveil more about the landscape surrounding Stonehenge. Recent studies indicate that it was part of a larger ceremonial complex tied together by ancient paths and other monuments, indicating that the site was a central hub for social and cultural activities. This enriches our understanding of how the builders of Stonehenge engaged with their environment. The artistry in the construction process itself highlights the level of craftsmanship and sophistication achieved by those early builders. The careful selection and shaping of the stones display an understanding of not just brute force, but also an appreciation for aesthetics and lasting impact. Each stone was likely painstakingly carved and fitted together with precision, underscoring a level of planning and intent that goes beyond mere functionality. In conclusion, the construction of Stonehenge represents a blend of human creativity, social commitment, and an advanced understanding of the natural world. While the true purpose of Stonehenge may never be known, its enduring presence continues to evoke wonder and curiosity. From the immense effort it took to transport and erect the massive stones to its alignment with celestial events, this ancient monument is more than just a collection of stones. It stands as a testament to the rich tapestry of human history, the pursuit of knowledge, and the quest for connection to something greater than ourselves. Stonehenge invites us to reflect on our own journey and the legacies we leave behind, reminding us that there is much to learn from the past. The Phoenix Lights incident is one of the most well-documented and intriguing events in the history of UFO sightings. It took place on the night of March 13, 1997, and it captured the attention of residents in Arizona and beyond. Imagine a clear spring evening, light fading, and as twilight settles, a series of unusual lights appear in the sky over Phoenix, Arizona. These were no ordinary lights. They were moving in a deliberate and coordinated manner, igniting curiosity, wonder, and a fair amount of debate. Witnesses reported seeing a massive, triangular formation of lights slowly gliding over the city. This was not just a handful of individuals looking up at the night sky. As many as 10,000 people claimed to have seen the phenomenon. The lights were described as bright, orbs that were golden or orange in color, and they seemed to emanate a soft glow. The formation appeared to be an enormous craft, stretching at times over a mile in width. Observers were left awestruck as they watched this spectacle unfold above them. On the same night, reports of similar lights stretched across the state of Arizona and even into Nevada. The consistency of the sightings drew significant attention. People of all backgrounds, from pilots and police officers to artists and teachers, began sharing their encounters. Some claimed the lights oscillated and shifted positions, while others described a static formation. What was striking about these accounts was the sense of wonder and confusion most people expressed. Instead of fear or panic, there was a profound sense of awe at the unknown. Local news channels reported on the phenomenon, devoting segments to these unusual lights. The media coverage escalated, leading to interviews with eyewitnesses and discussions regarding potential explanations. Governments and officials were called upon to provide clarity, but responses ranged from misinterpretations of flares to conventional aircraft flying at high altitudes. In fact, just a few days after the initial sighting, the Arizona governor at the time, Fife Symington, held a press conference where he jokingly brought out a person dressed in an alien costume, lightening the mood around a serious topic. However, some witnesses were not so easily convinced by mundane explanations. They ardently insisted that what they saw was far from anything human-made. Skepticism around the incident grew, especially as the debate continued heatedly in forums and gatherings. Supporters of the extraterrestrial theory believed that the lights were too organized and advanced to be mere balloons or military flares, which were often provided as logical explanations by researchers and officials. As the years passed, the Phoenix Lights incident became not just an event but a cultural reference point around UFO and extraterrestrial discussions. Documentaries were produced, books written, and the lights became emblematic of the vast intrigue surrounding unidentified aerial phenomena. Some people traveled from across the country to Arizona, hoping to experience the same phenomenon for themselves, or seeking to uncover the truth behind what happened that night. The debate on the origins of the Phoenix Lights took various forms, leading to discussions not just about what was witnessed, but also what such an event could mean for humanity. If the lights were indeed of extraterrestrial origin, what implications would that have for our understanding of life beyond Earth? For some, this incident fueled a sense of possibility, suggesting there could be much we don't yet know about the universe around us. Researchers, enthusiasts, and skeptics continued to investigate. They sifted through reports, scrutinizing video footage and photographs, looking for evidence or viable explanations. The incident even led to gatherings of ufologists who aimed to share methodologies of research and observation. While some preferred to dismiss the event as mere mass hysteria or atmospheric phenomena, others remained convinced by the eyewitness testimonials and unresolved questions. In cultural contexts, the Phoenix Lights have emerged in numerous conversations regarding government secrecy, belief systems, and the nature of human perception. Some suggest that incidents like this prompt society to question their interpretations of reality and what is possible. Labels of believer and skeptic have become commonplace, yet at the core of the conversations is a shared curiosity. Is there more to the universe than we perceive with our senses? As time has passed, the nature of the Phoenix Lights incident has transitioned from one of immediate wonder to enduring fascination. It has sparked discussions about ongoing advancements in technology and what it means for human observers. Nowadays, we have devices that allow us to expedite our investigations into phenomena similar to the lights seen in 1997. Drones, satellites, and advanced observational technologies could possibly uncover new aspects of our world and the skies above. In popular culture, the Phoenix Lights incident serves as a reminder that no matter how much we strive to understand our surroundings, there will always be mysteries waiting in the corners of the night sky. Each debate around it encourages deeper inquiries into our place in the cosmos, provoking questions that echo throughout history, questions that uniformly reflect our innate desire to explore the unknown. No matter the viewpoints one holds, the Phoenix Lights continue to captivate, reminding us that the vast expanse above is full of secrets waiting for discovery. Nestled off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, Oak Island is home to one of the most intriguing legends of hidden treasure in history. This small, uninhabited island has captivated the imaginations of adventurers, historians, and treasure hunters for over 200 years. It all began in the late 1700s when a young boy, Daniel McGinnis, discovered a peculiar depression in the ground while exploring the island. Curiosity led him and his friends to dig, hoping to uncover the secrets that could lie beneath. What they found, or rather what they did not find, set off a series of events that would lead to countless treasure hunts and a myriad of theories, all steeped in mystery. The island's allure grew, especially after the mention of a money pit, a deep shaft that was reportedly created by previous diggers who sought the treasure of buried wealth. The stories that emerged suggested that the treasure could be linked to prominent figures or historical events. Some have speculated that it might belong to the infamous pirate Captain Kidd, while others believed it was the lost treasure of the Knights Templar, or even manuscripts from William Shakespeare. Each new theory brought with it a sense of whimsy and potential discovery. One significant expedition was led by a group of enterprising individuals known as the Truro Company, who began digging in the early 1800s. Their efforts culminated in the discovery of various artifacts, but they were met with multiple setbacks. Each time they believed they were close to uncovering the treasure, floodwaters would mysteriously fill the shaft, thwarting their attempts. This phenomenon sparked further intrigue, inspiring a sense of intrigue that perhaps someone, or something, was protecting the treasure. As the years passed, many treasure hunters attempted to unearth the riches of Oak Island. The island has witnessed a multitude of different expeditions, each embarking with tools, dreams, and a hope for fortune. In the 1960s, the search gained renewed interest thanks to the Lagina brothers, who invested their time and resources into what became an infamous quest for the treasure. Their journey was not merely about gold and jewels. It was a quest for knowledge, history, and a connection to the past that drove them forward. Various excavations have revealed a treasure trove of artifacts. A stone marked with symbols that some believe could be linked to the Templars, pieces of wood, and other remnants that tell tales of those who have dared to dig. These findings, combined with stories of mysterious booby traps designed to thwart treasure hunters, contribute to the legend surrounding Oak Island. Each discovery raises more questions than answers, further deepening the enigma enveloping the island. Although many consider the legend of Oak Island to be a mere fairy tale, the belief that treasure remains hidden continues to spur adventurous souls. The stories of those who have ventured forth onto the island remind us of the universal quest for discovery that lies in all of us. What is it about hidden treasures that fascinates people? Perhaps it's the thrill of adventure, the possibility of finding untold riches, or the allure of uncovering something long lost to time. Science and technology have made remarkable strides in recent years, aiding modern treasure hunters with tools like sonar mapping and advanced excavation techniques. With each dig, the hope of unlocking the secrets buried under centuries of soil and mystery sparks renewed excitement. The passionate teams on the island work tirelessly, fueled by the stories of those before them, reminding everyone that the journey in search of treasure is just as valuable as the treasure itself. While many have come and gone with nothing but dreams and artifacts, the unwavering spirit surrounding Oak Island continues to pull people in. Its haunting beauty, combined with the weight of hope and endless possibility, provides an enchanting backdrop for a story woven through history. The tales have been handed down through generations, igniting the imagination of those who hear them, reinforcing the belief that adventure and discovery are at the heart of human experience. The Oak Island treasure hunt is not simply a quest for riches. It encapsulates a longing for exploration, a desire to connect with history, and the thrill of adventure. It serves as a reminder that while the surface may hold few answers, beneath it lies a world of intrigue waiting to be uncovered. Whether the riches ever materialize or not, the spirit of the hunt lives on, inspiring others to always seek out the unknown. As the sun sets over the waters surrounding Oak Island, casting a golden light on its rugged shores, it beckons to the heart of every dreamer. The air whispers of tales untold, propelling future adventurers to embark on their journeys. The legend of Oak Island stands as a testament to human curiosity and the eternal quest for knowledge, holding its secrets close, waiting for the next daring soul to come forth and dig a little deeper. In this pursuit, it is not just the treasure that gives purpose, but the endless possibilities that lie within the spirit of exploration. As we look towards the horizon, may we carry with us the thrill of the hunt, inspired by the legends of Oak Island and the stories that still linger in the depths. Thus, the saga of Oak Island continues, a beacon for all who seek to uncover the mysteries of our world. The Great Sphinx of Giza has long stood as an iconic symbol of ancient Egypt, captivating the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and visitors alike. Its massive limestone body, with the head of a human and the body of a lion, tells stories of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago. However, beyond its majestic stature and historical significance, a fascinating theory has emerged regarding the Sphinx's age, one that challenges traditional timelines. The Sphinx water erosion theory posits that the weathering patterns visible on the monument suggest that it may have been constructed much earlier than the mainstream archaeological view, which places its creation around 2500 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre. Central to this theory is the observation of the erosion patterns on the Sphinx, which differ significantly from those typically caused by wind and sand, a process usually associated with the arid climate of Egypt. Geologists and researchers have pointed out that, upon close inspection, some of the deep grooves and fissures on the Sphinx appear more consistent with certain types of water erosion. This invites a multitude of questions about the climate of Egypt at the time the Sphinx was supposedly built. Historical records indicate that the region has been predominantly dry for thousands of years. However, some experts propose that there may have been a time when rainfall was more abundant, possibly creating conditions that would lead to the kind of erosion observed on the Sphinx. Consider for a moment the implications of such a theory. If the Sphinx did indeed originate in a time of heightened rainfall, it could suggest that an advanced civilization existed in Egypt long before the accepted time frame, perhaps even as far back as 10,000 BC or earlier. This notion challenges our understanding of human development and the emergence of complex societies in the region. Research into this theory has gained traction, particularly through the work of Robert Schoch, a geologist who has passionately advocated for the idea that the Sphinx is much older than previously believed. Through detailed analysis of the site and comparisons with similar formations around the world, Schoch has gathered a body of evidence that supports the theory of significant water erosion. His studies also highlight how the surrounding landscape, including the Giza Plateau, showcases signs of erosion that raise further questions about the environmental conditions in antiquity. The debate sparked by this theory is not just about dating the Sphinx. It provokes a larger conversation about the human history of ancient Egypt. If significant rainfall and lush landscapes were ever present in the region, they would have likely influenced where people settled, how they farmed, and how they built their monuments. It paints a picture of a once vibrant ecosystem that would have supported a thriving culture, challenging the prevailing notion of a strictly dry and desolate area. Moreover, proponents of the Sphinx water erosion theory urge us to rethink the timeline of humanity's monumental achievements. The craftsmanship required to create such a monumental figure speaks to a society with advanced knowledge of engineering and art. If the construction of the Sphinx predates the commonly accepted timeline, what else might have been lost to time? What other remarkable structures or societies have slipped from the historical narrative due to a lack of evidence or understanding? This exploration also serves as a reminder of the fragility of history itself. Just as the Sphinx has endured centuries of erosion and change, our interpretations of the past can shift dramatically with new discoveries and insights. The legacy of ancient civilizations is often shadowed by gaps in the historical record. The undertaking of examining these gaps allows us to climb higher in our understanding of humanity's journey. In addition to Schoch's work, there are various other studies and theories that either support or contest the idea of the Sphinx being older. Archaeological findings in surrounding areas, as well as ancient texts and imagery, provide additional layers to this complex tapestry of evidence. As more researchers engage with this theory, the dialogue surrounding the origins and significance of the Sphinx continues to evolve. Furthermore, such discussions underscore the importance of interdisciplinary approaches in understanding ancient monuments. The intersection of geology, archaeology, history, and even climatology plays a crucial role in painting a comprehensive picture of our past. Each discipline offers unique insights that can either converge or contrast, ultimately enriching our understanding of monumental sites like the Sphinx. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the Sphinx, we also confront our own historical narrative and the assumptions we have accepted over time. It urges us to remain open-minded and curious about the past, allowing for the possibility that many truths may still lay hidden beneath layers of sand and stone. The Sphinx water erosion theory not only invites us to look at a singular monument, but to consider broader themes in the study of ancient civilizations. It urges us to explore our collective history with a perspective that embraces uncertainty and encourages continuous inquiry. As we ponder the ancient world, we discover that every grain of sand beneath the Sphinx carries stories waiting to be uncovered, stories that may reveal the true depth of human achievement and resilience throughout the ages. In examining these ideas, you are not merely engaging with a single theory, but with an intricate web of human history, nature's power, and the wonders of our past. Through this exploration, the Sphinx emerges not just as a monument, but as a gateway to ancient wisdom, a reminder that the quest for knowledge is as eternal as the stones from which it is crafted. In the world of cryptography, there are many intriguing puzzles. One of the most captivating is known as the Beale ciphers, a series of encoded messages that tantalize treasure hunters and puzzle enthusiasts alike. The story begins in the early 19th century, when a man named Thomas Jefferson Beale is said to have discovered a treasure in the form of gold, silver, and jewels in the Virginia wilderness. Beale, with the intent to safeguard his fortune, crafted 3 separate ciphers to keep the treasure's location a secret, and in doing so, created one of the most perplexing conundrums in American history. The first cipher, which remains unsolved, is the most elusive of the three. It allegedly describes the specifics of the treasure's location, its contents, and other critical details. The second cipher is more intriguing, as it purports to list the names of the treasure's rightful owners, while the third claims to provide a critical key to deciphering the first two codes. Interestingly, only the second cipher has been cracked, using the Declaration of Independence as a reference point to decipher the text, which reveals a list of names like Benjamin and Hogg. What brings even more intrigue to the story is the treasure's estimated worth, which is reported to be in the millions of dollars. Despite all the speculation, no one has ever definitively found the treasure, leaving many to wonder if it ever existed at all. The tale of the Beale ciphers has inspired countless treasure hunts, with adventurers delving into the depths of Virginia's landscape in search of hidden gold. The unsolved nature of the ciphers fuels an atmosphere of mystery and excitement. Enthusiasts often describe the experience of attempting to decode the messages as akin to a thrilling adventure, reminiscent of ancient explorers unveiling forgotten secrets. Several cryptanalysts and amateur enthusiasts have dedicated countless hours to the Beale ciphers, and with each attempt, they hope to unlock more than just codes. They hope to uncover a legendary treasure. The cryptographic techniques employed in the ciphers are fascinating in themselves. For instance, one might wonder how a simple substitution code can hide monumental secrets. Each letter in the ciphers corresponds to a specific number, which relates to its position in a text believed to be the key. The most commonly used key for deciphering the second code is the Declaration of Independence, but many have theorized about alternate texts that could reveal the secrets of the first and third ciphers. This mystery serves as a reminder of the allure of hidden knowledge, where the possibility of wealth mingles with the thrill of discovery. Across the years, books and documentaries have explored the Beale ciphers, often adding layers to the original tale. Some argue that the ciphers are a hoax, while others insist that they are just one step away from being solved. The fact that a solution has been found to one of the ciphers encourages persistent curiosity and hope. Professional cryptographers have even weighed in, suggesting various methods to crack the codes. Some have attempted statistical analysis to seek patterns in the letters, while others have focused on geographical clues in the surrounding areas of Virginia. This collaborative effort has bred a community enthusiastic about the challenge. Online forums and social media groups are abuzz with theories, updated discoveries, and discussions about potential methods to decode the remaining messages. As the quest for answers to the Beale ciphers continues, the story has also become a cultural touchstone. References to the treasure and the ciphers have appeared in novels, films, and even video games, showcasing the widespread impact the legend has had on popular culture. Each mention serves as a catalyst, sparking renewed interest and inspiring new generations to embark on their treasure hunting escapades. The psychological aspects of such a treasure hunt can be just as compelling as the tangible rewards. Engaging with a mystery like the Beale ciphers touches on fundamental human desires: curiosity, the thrill of adventure, and the dream of striking it rich. The excitement of seeking a treasure that may never be found makes the journey all the more enriching. Participants often reflect on their experiences, sharing stories about places visited, clues discovered, and friendships formed along the way. Even though the treasure remains hidden, the Beale ciphers have become emblematic of exploration and the human spirit. They ask us to dig deeper, not just into the earth, but into our own perseverance and ingenuity. In a world where instant gratification is common, unraveling these ciphers offers a chance to embrace patience, problem-solving, and the joy of a good mystery. Who knows? Perhaps one day the first and third ciphers will reveal their secrets, leading to an exhilarating conclusion for those who have invested time and passion into the pursuit. Until then, the Beale ciphers remain a treasure in their own right, a testament to the mysteries that lie within language, history, and our insatiable quest for knowledge. The Anasazi, also known as the ancestral Puebloans, are a fascinating group of Native Americans who thrived in the southwestern United States between the years 100 and 1300. They left an indelible mark on history through their unique cliff dwellings, intricate pottery, and impressive agricultural practices. However, one of the most perplexing mysteries surrounding the Anasazi is their sudden abandonment of these remarkable homes in the late 1200s, a phenomenon that has left archaeologists and historians scratching their heads for centuries. To understand the enigma of the Anasazi disappearance, let's first explore who they were and the lifestyle they cultivated. The Anasazi constructed elaborate dwellings in the cliffs of canyons, using stone and adobe to create multi-story structures that could house many families. These cliff dwellings served as both homes and protective fortifications against potential threats, and their architecture showcased a deep understanding of the surrounding environment. The largest of these cliff complexes, such as Mesa Verde and Cliff Palace, are marvels of engineering, with some buildings containing hundreds of rooms intricately connected by ladders and ceremonial spaces. Their society revolved around agriculture, with corn, beans, and squash being the staples of their diet. They developed advanced farming techniques, including irrigation systems that allowed them to cultivate crops in the arid landscape of the Four Corners region. The Anasazi's ability to innovate and adapt to their environment showcased their resourcefulness and expertise in managing available resources. As we delve into the reasons behind their abrupt departure from these cliff dwellings, we encounter a number of theories proposed by researchers. One leading hypothesis involves climatic changes. Evidence suggests that the region experienced prolonged drought during the late 1200s, which would have had dire consequences for agriculture. With crops failing and water sources dwindling, it is conceivable that the Anasazi had no choice but to leave in search of more favorable conditions for farming and survival. This theory is supported by tree ring data that indicates significant dry spells during that era, as well as archaeological findings that reveal diminishing quantities of food remains in Anasazi sites. However, drought alone cannot fully explain their disappearance, as communities adapt in various ways to changing environments. This brings us to the complex social dynamics of the Anasazi society. Another hypothesis suggests that internal conflict and social upheaval might have contributed to their abandonment. The Anasazi lived in tightly knit communities, but as resources became scarce, competition for water and food could have sparked tension and hostility. Some archaeologists have suggested that signs of violence and disruption in archaeological sites indicate that not all was well within these communities. As power struggled for dominance, the once cohesive group may have fractured, leading individuals and families to seek new opportunities elsewhere. Moreover, it is important to consider the cultural significance of the Anasazi connection to their landscape. As they depended heavily on the land for sustenance and spiritual practices, shifting away from their ancestral homes may have meant not just a physical relocation, but a profound cultural and spiritual disconnection. This could explain why those who left the cliff dwellings were often found moving to locations that, while promising in resources, lacked the storied connections to their past. The theory of migration continues to hold weight, with evidence suggesting that Anasazi descendants eventually traveled south into present-day New Mexico and parts of Arizona. Here they would become the Pueblo peoples, who adopted different architectural styles and subsistence strategies. Yet, the mystery of the cliff dwellings remains, as the Anasazi left behind their majestic places, surrounded by ancient rock faces and the lingering whispers of a once vibrant community. Interestingly, the Anasazi legacy is intertwined with the landscape itself. The dwellings, although abandoned, stand as a testimony to human resilience and creativity. They invite us to reflect on the ways in which cultures adapt, utilize, and interact with their environments. The ghosts of the Anasazi now haunt the high cliffs where their homes once thrived, while researchers continue to unearth artifacts that offer glimpses into their lives. Ultimately, the enigmatic departure of the Anasazi people from their cliff dwellings serves as a reminder of how much we do not know about past societies. It challenges us to question our understanding of resilience amid adversity and the delicate balance between community, environment, and culture. The stone walls of their homes echo not just the stories of survival, but also the lessons of loss, adaptation, and the transient nature of human existence. The Anasazi may have left their cliffside sanctuaries behind, but their memory lingers in the stories and landscapes of the American Southwest, awaiting those curious enough to explore the mysteries they left behind. In the vast expanse of our solar system, one planet consistently captures our imagination: Mars. Known for its reddish hue and intriguing geology, Mars has been the focus of extensive exploration and study for decades. Among the many discoveries made by various missions, one of the most captivating is an enigmatic rock formation that appears to resemble a human face, often referred to as the, quote, face on Mars. The story of the face on Mars begins in 1976 when NASA's Viking 1 orbiter captured a series of images of the Martian surface. In one particular photo, a large mesa in the Cydonia region stood out, its unique shadows and shapes forming what seemed to be facial features. The discovery sparked conversations and debates that would last for years, drawing the attention of scientists, conspiracy theorists, and the general public alike. Many people found the resemblance to a human face compelling. The eyes, nose, and mouth were distinctly shaped, which led to a wave of speculation about the possibility of intelligent life on Mars. Some theorized that it could be an ancient monument or an artifact left behind by an advanced civilization. This idea was fueled by a combination of hope and our innate curiosity about life beyond Earth. The concept of intelligent beings crafting monuments evokes images of complex civilizations, similar to those we have on our own planet. Critics, however, offered alternative explanations. They pointed out that pareidolia, the phenomenon where humans perceive familiar shapes in random objects, could account for the face-like appearance. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns, especially faces, and this trait can lead us to see human-like features in clouds, rocks, or in this case, on the Martian surface. Example after example has emerged over the years suggesting that the face might just be the result of a trick of light and shadow. These skeptics emphasize that with enhanced images and better analysis, the face-like structure lost much of its anthropomorphic quality. In 1998, the Mars Global Surveyor mission provided new, high-resolution images of the Cydonia region. These images revealed greater detail and showed that the purported facial features were much less defined than originally thought. The data suggested that the shape was simply a natural geological formation, shaped by erosion and the planet's unique environmental factors. Many concluded that while fascinating, the face on Mars was ultimately just a natural phenomenon. Despite the scientific explanations, the allure of the face on Mars endures. It has transcended its initial discovery to become an icon of mystery and speculation surrounding life on other planets. The idea that a face could exist on a neighboring planet prompts many to ponder deeper questions about our place in the universe. Are we alone? Have we ever been visited by intelligent life from another world? These questions fuel endless discussions, documentaries, and even fiction, reflecting humanity's long-standing fascination with extraterrestrial life. The face on Mars has inspired artists and writers as well, serving as a muse for creative expressions exploring the unknown. Whether it has been through science fiction, literature, or visual art, the image has provoked imagination and inspired exploration of life's possibilities beyond our own world. Moreover, the intrigue surrounding the face on Mars often brings attention to Mars as a whole. The planet has been a focal point for numerous space missions, revealing an astonishing variety of features that continue to intrigue scientists. From massive volcanoes and deep canyons to evidence of ancient riverbeds, Mars presents a landscape that sparks curiosity about its history. In recent years, space agencies around the world, including NASA and private organizations, have renewed interest in Mars exploration. Rover missions, landers, and upcoming human missions are set to uncover more about the planet's geology and atmosphere. As each mission unfolds, new findings can reshape our understanding of Mars, revealing not just its surface, but also its potential to harbor life in the past. While the face on Mars may not provide definite answers, it serves as a springboard for broader exploration and discovery. It reminds us of our quest for knowledge and understanding in an infinitely vast universe. Each image captured, each rover deployed, and each rock sample collected pushes the boundaries of our knowledge further. In conclusion, the face on Mars stands as a fascinating narrative of our desire to find meaning in the cosmos. It symbolizes the intersection of science, imagination, and the eagerness to explore. Whether seen as a peculiar geological formation or a mistaken case of pareidolia, the face has stirred debate and captured hearts, reminding us that the mysteries of the universe continue to beckon. It is a testament to human curiosity and the enduring search for companionship among the stars. As we continue to look out into the universe, who knows what we might find? Each discovery adds a layer to the story of our relationship with the cosmos, inviting us to dream and explore further than ever before.